banners only showing up. We're playing an April Fool's joke in January, because that's the way we like to roll. Cam Meadows, Pete Johnson, Bruce Gaba, Charles Hoge, Bobby today, Nate J, Palo Rice, I should say. Thank you for commenting, sharing Cliff Roth this year. We'll be with him shortly. But let's get the show started. What do you think? Oh, God, that was a face. That's all Bobby Joe's face. This is Hangout Conversations with Matt Rappaport live from a dumpster in Queens. That's an oldie. Here we go. As I muted myself, dumpster in Queens live. Hi! Oh, my God, Rappaport, why the hell were you so late? What's going on? I'm mad at you. Who were you with? What were you doing, young man? Were you eating Chinese food and drinking Starbucks coffee when you should have been here? Can the coffee be big enough? Is it in your face? What do you think? What do you think, people out there? Do you enjoy that? I enjoy the coffee. My face is getting blurry. You know why it's getting blurry? Because I got the C910, you know? You know what's awesome? Everybody has a C910 now. A lot of people say, you know why my face is so great? I got a C910. And I'm like, you know why my face is so blurry? Because I also have a C910. Anyway, Check, we love you. You want to send us a bunch of new cameras? We're all for it. You want to be sponsored on the show? Hey, I'm just saying, we could use it. So that would be cool. I'm getting G-Talk raped, which sounds a little unpleasant, but no problem. Hey, Tanner, I think Tanner just said hi to me, and I don't even know where it's coming from. I have G-Talk chats in the app, and the email, and the Plus, and every Google product available. YouTube is going to have it. I would not be surprised if every single Google product, Blogger, YouTube, you're going to see G-Talk and the ability to start a Hangout from every single possibility out of Google. Like even the main screen that says, come love the product, the G-Talk product is going to pop out. And hey, I am all for it. Speaking of which, I would like to, before I get into, welcome you, Peter G. McDermott, my brother in hashtag Plus the Tears, or Plus the Tears, which is another thing we'll get into maybe after the show if he jumps on. But he jumped in. He had an illegal. I'm pretty pissed off, Peter. How could you have an illegal show? No, I'm just kidding. He had a nice little unauthorized Peter McDermott Hangouts on Air primo show without the Rappaport. So thank you, Peter, for doing that. Those of you that tuned in, Peter just had an awesome interview with Chi-Chu, which I was going to talk about, and Peter was up pretty late doing his thing, and he may or may not have an interview with someone even higher up than the Chew. I'm just saying, that's good vodka. I mean, coffee. So that'll be interesting to see. A lot of ums. I got to stop doing the Zucker. So this is show number 15. Can you believe it? Our second show, BJ, 2012, and all of you out there. And wow, can I just say it's January 12th, the 12th day of January? Wasn't it just like the 12th day of July yesterday? I don't understand it. I can't tell with New York City with the warmth that's going on. It's not even freezing out. I could wear a lighter jacket. I could wear a hoodie. Some of you guys out there have some hoodies that are plastic. That would be awesome. What's going on? A lot of things going on. Cliff Roth will be up in just a few minutes. Let me just run off a few things, couple of things of business. Changes on G+. You like them, you hate them, you love them. What do you guys think about all the new changes? The very first thing is the incoming was outgoing, and there's no more incoming anymore. So Rappaport is here, Bobby, today. Yeah, awesome. As I cut myself, I interrupt myself. How can I not interrupt some of you when I interrupt myself, right? Anyway, who said that? Yeah, so the incoming is now gone. The incoming used to be able to click incoming to see all the people you didn't circle that circled you that would share with you. And Cliff actually asked an interesting question about extended circles and incoming, which I'm going to actually ask him about, and that's a hell of a question. Let me write that down. That'll be a lot of fun to ask him about that. Mike Searle misses his incoming stream in lead. Yes, he just G-Talked. Loved me as well. And I was actually, it's funny, in my notes I have Mike Searle trying to save the G+ stream. So what is the chances? I have confused. It's definitely coming into play for me. Hey, BJ, Mike Searle actually just IM'd me to say he has it angry. So, hey, G+, I personally like the incoming stream to a point, but not like, I get why you got rid of it. I don't use it a lot, and so I get why it's gone, but I feel like maybe you should let people optionally see it. So maybe hide incoming, but I get why your data says not a lot of people are using it. And there are a lot of cool things you can discover, but there is a lot of junk in there too. So it just depends. What would be really cool, instead of incoming, would be to see what they feel, and I know an algorithm can't really tell you what you like and don't like, but maybe some kind of algorithm based on information you feed it, based on what you look at and interact with, maybe they can kind of filter incoming content that you haven't circled, see stuff that they think you're going to like, that you would want to see. And that wouldn't be perfect, like the What's Hot's not perfect, but this would be more related personally to you, your own personal What's Hot or stuff that you would not normally see, even from your own circles, like kind of make a list of stuff that you wouldn't be able to normally find because there's so much stuff going on. Yeah, and Heather Faye, by the way, shout out to Cam Meadows and Hangout Party. Heather Faye is doing an open mic right now. We're excited with Heather Faye. She's going to be part of the New York City Hurls. She's going to be part of this show as well in the coming month, as well as Ryan Van Sickle and Daria Musk. So that's going to be exciting. And yeah, usually
Wednesday night. I'm kind of bummed I'm missing it.
Aw. Well, hopefully they'll record that. We'll get to see it. I've been on a Heather Faye open mic, and it's pretty cool. She has a lot of cool people playing and singing. So, yeah. Oh, so Clip-On is kind of agreeing with me in the chat, saying the direction the What's Hot list is going is kind of similar to what I was saying, and kind of to be similar to what maybe your own personal What's Hot list. And I personally, I've said it before, I wish Google would kind of have like all their Google pages and all their Google updates and all their engineers that make updates all be on like a little, you can search for it, but it'd be nice if it was separate, like where What's Hot is, it would say like Google Plus stuff. And I know that seems a little like, well, why does Google have to like hoard themselves or blah, blah, blah. They don't. But it would just be nice if it was all that in like one space for us to find and all the updates and stuff. So just watch that instead of this. Yeah, right? Just the What's Hot list. We mean Cliff, if you want, that'll be an exercise in futility, and sit there and look at the What's Hot list and make fun of it. That's something I'm all for. And I should call it a segment. It should be the Cliffy What's Hot, make fun of What's Hot list. If you think of a better name, please give me a better name, because the Cliffy make fun of What's Hot segment sounds like it's on basic cable and it doesn't fit too well. So, very cool. Yeah, and there's a way to make the video bigger. I know more to the genius of that. BJ, do you have any idea about people using the link or the code to see a bigger Matt Rappaport Hangout Conversations thing?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah,
I just posted a response to that gentleman's query. I have details on my post on how to do that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Bobbi Jowitz, for that. And thank you for that question. Sean Aloysius. See, that, BJ, that's not fair. I can't say names, Sean Riley, but to say his middle name, Aloysius, really? Because that's a middle name. Mine's Craig, by the way, just in case you want to know. And Bobbi Joe's is not Joe.
It'd be a family name. My ex had a last name as his middle name.
That's cool. I'm not used to it, but
it depends on cultures and family traditions. I know some people, like if you were a woman and you got married and, you could keep your middle name from your maiden name, being your maiden name, or like my ex, he was Portuguese and Hawaiian, and so his middle name was a last name from a family name.
That's cool. Yeah, that would be, actually, Rappaport would be a fun first name. Hey, people call me Rappaport, so I feel like it's my first name sometimes. People call you Woods or B? No? Not really?
Nobody ever called me. The only person that ever got called anything similar was my dad, and he was Woodsy.
Woodsy. Hey, Woodsy. Cliffy Roth. And by the way, Starbucks, in case you're watching, I already plugged Logitech. If you...
Matthew, FYI, only Tiffy can call Cliffy.
Yeah, that's what she said. So, Cliffy and Tiffy, if you're watching, you're going to have to get on my case for we're saying Cliffy and Tiffy, and we're going to have to have a big fight. No, we don't. I can respect your wishes, Cliffy and Tiffy. Whoops. So I'm just kidding. New York City Hurls coming up. That'll be exciting. But I didn't finish the changes. So incoming, do you want to see incoming back? Are you happy that it's gone? Please comment below. Comment on the stream. Did you find interesting? I found some interesting people there, but I think incoming is probably better for new people, and maybe they should let the new people have incoming, and then maybe after a certain amount of time and say, hey, you don't really use this anymore, or you haven't checked incoming in like 60 days, maybe it's time to say goodbye. Kind of like Buzz. Hello! Why is that still there? What? I'm not sure. What else is going on? The iOS app, usually iOS is ahead of Android, or had been a couple weeks, so they were like, the people in Google, like the front office is like, hey, mobile people, why is it that we are the Android people and you are putting stuff for the iPhone out before the Android? That's not cool. I thought it was cool. So now I had to wait all this time to get Messenger mobile Hangouts, which is pretty cool. Now people are kind of upset, oh, why can you only do Messenger Hangouts on your phone? But the whole point of the Messenger Hangout and the Messenger is to do it on your phone, and that's kind of what they're going for, I think. Hey, Cliff, no, Cliff is very anxious to join. Cliff, I might be speaking for a long time, longer than you thought. I will be introducing you. You will get a king's welcome. You will get a plustastic, awesome, you are here. I'm just getting a feel for my bearings. Yeah, no problem. You will be here soon. You're not dead. Cliff isn't dead. Bobby Joe got scared for a second with 72 virgins and all that jazz. Who said that? But I don't know what she's talking about. I love all religions. I love all my people. And I'm thankful that they were let go at some point. But the iOS app is out. The Messenger thing is cool. I used it on my way into the city and the other day, and it was pretty cool. On the train with people. Daniel Amlo was in there. We were actually in the New York City Hurl Messenger thing, which was a lot of fun. Which is a lot of fun. If you're coming to the Hurl, you plan on coming to the Hurl, let us know. Me and Tiffany, Henry, and plus Bobby Joe Woods. Look at our pages. Search NYC Hurl. Hello. That's all you got to do. Search for it. You'll find forums. You'll find data. Daria Moss, Heather Faye, and Ryan Van Sickle, who was a little Canadian Friesen the other week, but he was on the show, and there are a lot of videos I shared of him. Amanda Blaine met him in person, and they still are talking, and there's still Canadian loving, and there's still a lot of good stuff going on with that. With his music, he's got a real kind of little deep voice there, which is really cool that I can get into, but I can't do. I can't imitate fairly. And so we're going to look forward to that concert. There's also going to be a photo walk by Daniel Enlow and Michelle Atwater, meaning like that they actually, they're going to sponsor a photo walk. We're going to go all over Brooklyn Bridge, World Trade Center Memorial, a lot of cool stuff there. And there's some details posted on the Plus site now for that. Cliff Roth and Bobby Joe Woods will both be at the Hurl, which is going to be exciting. Some of those schemers are going to come true. Me and Bobby Joe Woods meet. Bobby Joe Woods kicks me in the ass for some reason. I don't know why she would ever do that. And
your ass, bro.
Kick me in the ass, kick my ass. Either way, my ass is getting kicked. And Cliff Roth is going to paint us with a brush. I think it's going to speed paint my face literally if Paul Rustan is not around. That'll be cool.
He said if you don't stand still, he will speed paint you.
Really? Paul Rustan said that, or Cliff Roth? Or both of them together at the same time? Really? That's awesome. I can't wait for the double team. So I see Mike Jones commenting, and he's Cliff Rothing at the mouth, which is nice. So is Cliff Roth for some reason. Like Daniel Enlow is saying woohoo. So shout out to you guys. Dave Besbury, if you want to give Mike Searle his incoming back, I'm just saying. Can you give Mike Searle his incoming, please? Nobody else, just Mike Searle. Yeah? Can you circle Mike Searle? And can you make a post
Everybody circle Mike Searle.
Everybody. But Dave Besbury, if that's how you say his name. Circle Mike Searle and make a post saying, this guy with the beard, he wants incoming back. Who else wants it back? And yeah, that's not happening. But hey, you never know. And incoming is still on your mobile app. So if you miss incoming and you really want to see what's in there, stay on your mobile app until they get rid of it on the next update, which I think they'll probably do. Google Plus search is the big thing too. Now Google.com has your personal search in it. People are hating it. People are loving it. One way or the other, I said they're going to sell so many Google TVs and Google Androids because they're going to drop the price, and everyone's going to be like, oh, what does this button do? Plus. So everyone's going to be here one way or the other, and just don't fight it. Why are you fighting it? I don't understand why you would even fight it, because it's a lot of fun.
I think I've clicked on incoming 2 times in my whole G+ career.
Cool. I'm actually more fascinated about your career. We should get into that the next time you're here. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I haven't clicked on it that much either. Incoming, schmincoming, for sure. Of course I'm going to shout out. I shout from the top of the Chrysler building. Cool story, bro. That was from DJ, that part. And Plus Computers, have you seen it? Have you seen the craziness? Me and Peter McDermott with the mustaches and the diabolical and the schemer. And the Jew coming out of Bobby Joe Woods all the time. I don't know how that happened. See, I should scheme, make Bobby Joe Woods sound like a Jew. Is that religious? Is that anti-Semitic, even though I'm never that? That's a weird thing. But 213-375-8752, Bobby Joe Woods has already left a message. You should do too. I've even left my own message, which was pretty scary to listen to. And again, the Chi-Chu interview, that'll probably be up shortly. And Chi-Chu, if you're watching, I hope that you somehow finished that Coke bottle. You had a bunch of soda, and you talked about your personal IBM and all that stuff, and you did that on air, so I'm going to do it on air. And did you know that Chi-Chu, he loves Zork? So, spoiler alert, Chi-Chu and Zork go go hand in hand. And also we learned about a baby kangaroo that was brought to the Google Seattle office. I schemed about it. It's actually happened. Geneva brought a baby kangaroo, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, 213-375-8752. Call Jenny, ask for George, and you'll be good. So if you're watching for the first time, it's Hangout Conversations, Matt Rappaport. It is a show where I find somebody that's somewhat interesting, usually interesting, really interesting, amazing. And tonight I have found all of those in one spot. And we have a really great interactive audience, a really great live audience. After Hangout Conversations, we have Conversations Plus, which I invite a lot of the audience in to take part. It's live as well. We're happy to be here on the big on air, which, you know, the new Hangouts, are you enjoying those? Screen share is really cool. You can start to share stuff going on. And actually, I don't know how it would record, but it would be interesting to just give you a taste of a screen share. Right now, it would probably destroy my entire video now. There we go. So let me click on that. There we go. So now you can see this is the post Hangouts on air. This is the public post. If I hit play, it would be an echo. And we got plus 13 and some shares and comments. We're live. I clip for Cliff Roth. I should edit that. I should talk about how I got the Tagaport in there. Tagaport is not dead, which just means I tag a lot. And he was sad when it was gone. And look, Cam Meadows wants to say hi. And I'm going to just plus love everybody because it's fun to do that. And you're sitting there thinking, how meta is it? We're on the stream, watching the stream, while we post on the stream.
It's like Inception.
Yeah, is it like Back to the Future?
The worst.
I know, it's terrible. And I just got an error. There was a problem completing this saying, if you keep plus money in this Rappaport, I'm going to kill you. What? But I did actually get to go to Google and meet with someone in New York, and I know Cliff sort of has. We can talk about that. And he was saying, I don't get it. Plus ones are unlimited. Why would anyone have a problem with it? Hi, this is your Inception call, type raping.
Sorry, Jesus.
Oh, I was talking about myself, BJ, not you. Because I was typing as I was talking. All right, that's enough of that. Let me hit refresh. That's one of the things, auto-refresh, hopefully. So I've delayed it long enough. I've made our guest wait about 55 minutes, and or 5 hours in Hangout time, black. Let's see, tonight's guest comes all the way from Jersey, across the Hudson. It's been great to get to know him, his work, his beard, and I think I've seen his workspace more than his actual face. It's pretty, though. He's got a pretty face under there. He's a bearded guy, amazing spectacles that he wears. He's a hard rocker. He's lovable. He's the awesome. Please join me out there and welcome me, plus Cliff Roth. Hello, Cliffy! Oh, my God, there's his face. Look, there's a hand. Oh, my God, there's a face. Hey, and I see my face in there, too. That's pretty cool. Hey, Cliff, welcome to Hangout Conversations with me. How are you? And Bobby Joe said, yay, finally! How does it feel to be on Hangout Conversations?
How are you, Bobby? How's it going?
I'm doing awesome. Sorry, I was muted because I apparently was type raping, but
oh, no, you weren't.
I'm doing awesome for Thursday night. You know, every Thursday night I miss the Big Bang Theory, and it's kind of like, yeah.
One of the other things I have to put on my...
I get to spend quality time with fucking Rappaport and you guys, and you know, so thanks to online goodness, I can always catch it the next day. So thanks.
Cool. Oh, sorry. I just thought that was another one I had to make up to you. The Big Bang, losing out on Big Bang Theory every week for the rest of my life. I hate you. You should probably go to HELL. Yeah. So I will be making up to that to BJ. I'll have to figure out when her birthday is, and oh, by the way, it wasn't really my birthday. Just simply had a cake that said Matthew on it. I said, why am I seeing a cake with Matthew? I better tag that. Anyway. So yeah, I'm 33.8 yesterday. So my 8-month birthday was yesterday. Anyway, Cliff. Welcome. It's good to have you.
Oh, it's great to be here. How are you?
I am good. Sorry about the delay. How was your time with Mr. Peter G. McDermott? Did you enjoy yourself?
It was fantastic. You know.
Was it fantastic or was it plus-tastic?
It was plus-tastic. You're right.
Plus-tastic. All right. Always plug that whenever you get a chance. I'm just saying. You were saying before I cut in, I see an outline of a face. Am I supposed to see that, or is that just my eyes playing tricks on me?
Well, that's your eyes playing tricks on you. I mean, there's, in any random nonsense stuff like this, you're going to see stuff just because that's your mind putting 2 and 2 together that's not there. Same thing when you look at shrubbery or trees or clouds. But there is no actual face begun yet.
Cool. Sorry, I was also reading the stream. People were getting upset because they wanted to be in this hangout. Just to be clear again, real quick, this is just a conversation and the Roth guy. And when we're done, I will invite more of you into the whole shebang, just to make sure, those of you that aren't sure. Cool. So, yeah, have you drawn a lot on that actual space, or that's just a brand new template, and like you said, it's just me playing tricks on me, my mind. You want to tell us a little bit about what you're drawing on, first of all?
Oops, sorry about that. I muted myself.
Oh, that's okay.
I had a random 2-year-old interruption I had to go take care of. All right.
Oh.
What I'm drawing on here is a Wacom or Wacom, depending on people pronounce it differently. Cintiq. That's what this is. Some people get confused and think that it's touch sensitive like an iPad would be, but it's not. This does nothing to it. You do need a stylus or other input device. But yeah, this is the tablet that I do all my drawing on. It's also not a separate computer. It does need to be attached to a computer itself, in this case an iMac, but it can be attached just as easily to a PC.
Cool. And do you prefer the iMac then?
I personally prefer the iMac. I've had Dells before, and I personally prefer the iMac, but that's just personal preference.
Yeah, the computer they had at Google was a Dell. I noticed that. I was like, oh, look, Michael Dell is here. So
yeah, I used to have Dells, but back when I bought this, I didn't know of any PCs that the whole computer was in the monitor, like this one is. I heard they do have those now, so if I was going to go back to PC, it would have to be one of those. I'd never want a tower again if I can avoid it.
Yeah, towers are annoying. Usually your foot kicks it, right? Sometimes, depending on where it is. Or...
Well, with me is that usually where my computers are set up, they're near a wall, so the back of the tower is always near the wall, and I'm really bad at cleaning the damn things out. So most of my computers have died due to death by dust bunnies. Mostly my own fault for not cleaning them, which I really should. So with the iMac, that's just simply not a non-issue. But I do realize I can have a whole hell of a lot more stuff running simultaneously with no lag on here than I ever could with my other computer. But that's just because I had a mid-range computer. Well, it was high-end when I bought it, but yeah, there's no way I could keep Photoshop open and Sketchbook open, Hangout, and all this other stuff without killing resources. With here, there's no problem.
Yeah, I muted myself as well because I just want to make sure there was no noise. So wait, real quick, let's do a pause for that. Your 2-year-old, you do have a 2-year-old, random 2-year-old. I just want to, because if it's brought up, I don't feel good about not touching on it. So you do have a 2-year-old, and what's that like, real quick? Is that a thrill? Is that?
Oh, I love having a 2-year-old, but she can be, she's terrible too, so they can be a pain. But I'm well experienced. I have 4 older kids in that too, so I have 5 total.
Are you telling me that you have 5 kids?
I am telling you that I have 5 kids.
Can we get some ages?
Oh, great. Now I got to remember them all.
Well, one is 2, so you only got to remember 4. 4 of them. One is 2. I got that.
All right. The oldest one will be turning 12 very soon this month. The oldest one turns 12. The next one is 10. The next one is 6. Then 4. Then 2.
So basically what you're saying is you've been busy the last decade.
Yes. I've been changing diapers every day for the last 12 years.
And yet you still draw with those hands.
Yes.
Let's see those hands. You wanna close up with those hands? Oh my God. So is it been a challenge to go like between being an artist and a parent, or it's not a big deal, or like have you ever?
When the older ones were really little, there wasn't quite as much time because there was no one else keeping them occupied. Now that I have more of them, they pretty much, for the most part, keep themselves occupied. Plus, most of them are in school. Well, all of them are during the day now. So I have plenty. Now I have more free time. But when she was really little, like when they're still in the baby phase where they can't move around on their own or do anything by themselves, then yeah, there's not going to be as much time. Thankfully, I had a Kindle, so I was just doing a lot of reading on my Kindle. Because one of the main advantages of having a Kindle versus regular book, which I love reading books, but the Kindle I can do one-handed while holding the baby in the other. Much easier than reading a tangible book.
Wow. You've managed to pick up some skills there with your hands, not just to draw, but...
Well, also, the good thing about having big hands is that I can type one-handed without looking. So I can hold maybe one hand, type in the other. I used to be a chat addict. That's what got me to start learning how to type.
Wow, you look like a spider
At one
web
time,
man.
back in the days of MIRC and VIRC and PIRC.
What do you mean back in the days? They still exist. I don't know.
People still use those things?
People still use IRC. I heard a rumor.
Wow, I didn't know any of those were still in existence. I gave them up years ago. But I used to have 3 or 4 of them open at one time, and at the same time I'd have ICQ open and AOL chat. I used to have so many things open and being part of so many different conversations, but I get addicted.
Addicted. We're all addicted too. We're addicted to Google+. We're addicted to Hangouts. And there's so many things I could talk about. There's so many things to talk about.
Yes,
let's go to that site.
Far superior than any of that stuff ever was.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I also don't. I think it's interesting how the internet was a place of mystery. Not that it kind of is to a degree, but back then, especially when it was new and mysterious and like you couldn't really see names and faces, and everyone had if you were on the internet, you had an ID, you had a hacker name, and like movies like The Net and bulletin boards and IRC, and it was like, I think I had a name like Broadway Doodam. I had really weird names. I had like New York Actor was in there. I don't even know what New York. I don't even know what my names were. I think some strange, weird, whatever.
I've had so many different online personas over the years. Eventually I think it was during the MySpace era that I finally decided to just go with my real name, because once I started marketing my art more, I wanted to attach to my name. That way people can find it and do it. So yeah. So slowly,
there's a concept.
Over the time I was there, that I used to go under a different name, and then I just eventually switched it over to just my name.
Did you have like an artist name? Did you have some kind of like? Did you want to do some kind of cool like? No. It was just a short. Like Banksy? No.
No. I think it was on MySpace. I started out as Full of Froth, which is still my Gmail address to this day. But Full of Froth, because I had a friend who used to call me Frothy Dog, because the last part of my first name and then combined with my last name.
Can I call you? Can I call you Frothy Dog?
Sure, why not?
You get back to me. Hey, does that mean that you like coffee too, or it only has to imply with your name? Years
ago, I used to be a big coffee addict. I used to drink coffee a lot. Nowadays, not so much, and then on the rare cases I do, it's decaf. I don't really drink much coffee anymore.
Does that mean you enjoy your sleep, or you're able to stay up some other way?
I enjoy the lack of anxiety. I had like this big anxiety attack, because I'd gone out to a local diner, which I used to hang out with at quite regularly, and I would down so much coffee, but I was like ridiculously tired. I shouldn't have gone out, and I had like a few cups of coffee, and I was loaded up on caffeine and sugar, but I was like so tired I shouldn't have been out, and I had this big anxiety attack. And since then, I kind of gave up caffeine pretty much. I almost never drink it now.
You gave it up? You don't use any caffeine at all? That's it? Is it zero?
Very, very rarely.
How do you stay up all these hours?
I don't really drink much soda to begin with, and the ones I do just so happen to be caffeine-free, like root beer or Sprite. That's all caffeine-free. So
what is it? What do you attribute? Because you've been in Hangouts pretty late, and you have your kids, and we'll get into what else you do during the day and work and all that. But I can't imagine. Are you like tired 24/7 because you're not drinking caffeine, or you think?
No. Actually, I'm more awake now than I ever was as a caffeine addict.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, because it's people like hanging out like with people like you and other just hangouts in general gives me energy.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
I will not sleep and hang out, goddammit. I refuse. I almost did once. I'm like, nope, not going to
Are you telling me that people sleep and hang out during the Maddox Armino, Mayor, Michael O'Brien? Nobody sleeps and hang out.
That's right. I will never. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Not going to do it. Hey, so let's do this random question.
My mic if I might snore. I don't know if I snore, but
if you snort, I think that would be pretty obvious. You might drop out. You might time out before you actually got to the snoring aspect of it. But it's time for, since we're about... Oh, do you? I can't wait to hear you snore on the New York City Herald. That'll be fun. The New York City Herald, we might actually all be in the same place. I'd be lucky.
All right. I will put a little caveat. I won't, I won't fall asleep in a hangout from my own home. If I happen to crash there, that's a different story altogether.
It's like if there's a hangout going on and I'm in the background and I have no idea, or I have some idea, I'm not going to care. that basically?
That's right. And then Paul's gonna come paint and
You're gonna wake up.
I'm sure someone will run to a store to get him some paint, and we're all.
Why do I think I'm gonna wake up with something phallic on my head painted by Paul? Please, Paul, don't do that. I didn't get bet or you or put it on anyone's head.
Yeah, now you'll have a sign painted to you like, how does it feel to be tagged, Matthew?
Oh no, really? You're gonna plus mention my forehead?
You're just gonna get pluses all over you.
Musketeer. I'm going to be crying when I wake up or not. Hey, so number 1, 2, 3, or 4, what's your lucky number? We'll start with an opening mid-show question.
I go with 3 because, color-wise, it's the oddball out in there.
It is the oddball. As you can tell, I have
like oddball.
Organizational skills at all. I don't even know if there's a story, and this question was something I was thinking, I was thinking there was a chance for $1 billion that there's a story behind your epic beard and why you have it and any history of the beard.
Well, I don't know how epic it is. I actually just trimmed today, but...
Can we see? Can you get some beard in there? Close. There, wait. Hair. Okay, there's some hair. Yeah, I see some thickness. There's thickness in there. I mean...
It's really simple. I simply do not like to shave.
Oh, well.
There's no real...
Like, that's the story, kids.
That's the story. I just hate them. I hate the act of shaving itself.
That's the story. Sticking to it.
That's right.
That's the story.
That's not as exciting. Come on. It's so that one day I can play Santa, really. Camera's like...
Yeah, I don't know. You're going to have to compete with Mike Searle and Joseph Lee's Asian Santa. I don't know if there's... And I'm Hanukkah Harry, I hear.
No, Byron had us all beat, but then he shaved it off.
And that you can see.
What did you do to him? Where's he been? I haven't seen him.
I think he's been upset. I think he's too naked to show his face anymore. I don't know. He does have monsters like you do. He calls them monsters. How many? He has at least 2, if not more, right? I think. Kids, I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, you thought I was talking about the zombies. Yeah. No, there's still too many of those.
Well, no.
But, hey, James Lawson Smith, who's watching, says he fell asleep twice in a Hangout, and he has 5 kids, so he knows where you're coming from. So, James Lawson Smith of the Google Plus Tips page. Wow. Look at that. You guys are like blood brothers over there. That's pretty cool. Do you know James Lawson Smith?
Yeah. Actually, the first time I met him was, I don't know, I want to say September. Maybe, it might have been earlier than that. It might have been August. And we were hanging out late night, and I don't remember who else was in the Hangout to begin with, but everyone kind of left, and it was just down to us 2, and we started talking about how we both, and then the fact that we were both parents came out, and we were talking about kids and whatnot.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love hanging out with James. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty informative. Him, Dennis LaBelle know a lot about Google Plus and find a lot of cool stuff. So tell us a little bit about what you're about to do. You're about to perform some live art.
Whoa, live art.
Some magic of G+. Yes,
I am about to speed paint you.
Oh my God! Is it bad that I wore all black? Should I have been more colorful?
Well, it shows off your face better. See?
Well, there's that. Hey, and so while you're about to start me, can you hold up that little bottle that you showed me in the promo that you talked about, but I didn't get to cut it in time?
Well, actually, it might be a little bit better later when I switch to the other camera, which is, you'll get a clearer shot of it, because this camera, as it runs through Cam Twist, isn't quite as clear. Once I just go straight through Logitech later, I'll show it then, because then it'll be clear.
Okay, cool. That sounds good on the post
that
show.
That way they get a better view of it.
Whenever it is. So if any of you out there have questions for Cliff, if you have any G4s, which is a rapid fire this or that kind of question, Coke or Pepsi, but something better, that would be cool. Tiffany Henry's watching. She says, yay! And she said, Cliffy, that you're her favorite, and she said no one else can call Cliffy unless they have your permission.
Oh, boy, she's so far behind, though, because there's a lot of coworkers who call me Cliffy.
Uh-oh. She's going to have to come to work and take you on.
You should.
So, I got it wrong. I mistook that. Tiffany cannot be called Tiffy by anyone but Cliffy. I was the one who was mistaken.
I like how she refers to people as Fluffykins.
She does, doesn't she? She does pluskins and a lot of you're plus-tastic, and yeah, I was late as F, Paul, no problem. Yeah, Bobby Joe is calling me out. Yeah. But by late, 8:30 is actually on time in New York. Like 30 to 90 minutes late, you're actually on time. But everywhere else, you're late. So I'm not used to that whole.
Those are words I fear. I'm late. I'm like, no, I don't need a fix.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I usually say, I usually just tell people that, that, hey, this is the time I'm supposed to be there, but this is when I'll actually be there. Of course, if it was a meeting from, say, Google, I'll be early for some reason, but that's just me. Question from Paul, who stole, and I was getting to this too, Paul, but since you've asked it, when did you start doing caricatures? And if you can remember way back when did that start, what or who was your first?
Well, I want to say the first likeness I drew. I'm not so sure if it was a caricature. I mean, it was, but I don't know if it was an intentional caricature. Would have been my social studies teacher, Mr. Paisley. No, that was the artist.
Wait, who did you draw, Mr. Who? Wait,
No. Actually, I was about to name my art teacher, and that wasn't who it was. No, now my brain went dead. It was my social studies teacher in high school. I was doodling in my notebooks, which is pretty much all school notebooks are ever good for. Don't let them fool you into taking notes. It's wrong. Don't do it. Doodling's far more better. More better. That doesn't sound right, but yeah.
Doodling. Yeah, Liza's really likes to doodle. So you're not alone. She's a doodler. She sent me a doodle.
I'm a doodler.
You're a doodler. Isn't that the Simpsons reference? What is he always, doesn't his neighbor always go, oh, doodly day? What did he say? Doodle.
Oh,
I don't know, Flanders. Anyway, have a doodly day.
Flanders. Hi diddly do or something.
Oh, that's it. There you go. See, I was not even close.
I think that's right.
Simpsons life for me. I'm sure someone's going to correct me and destroy me for not remembering. Ha ha! So who was your first, your social studies teacher, your art teacher?
Now it's going to bug my brain as I try and remember what his name was, because the name of that popped into my head was actually an art teacher of mine. But nope, it's not.
And so when do you want to get
his name? It's going to bother me.
Do you want to give us a little idea of when year, like how?
That was high school, so it was mid-90s.
So yes, I mean, 90s. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and so what made you, so following up on that great, excellent Paul Rustong question, what made you want to just do that? Just from doodling? Or when did you say, you know what, I kind of like this and I'm not too bad at it? Like what?
I think it was just a random doodle, and I just didn't know what to draw at the time, so I happened to be looking at the teacher because, I was paying attention and all that. So since I was looking at him anyway to hear whatever he was saying, I figured, hey, I'm looking at him, might as well draw him, and that's kind of what I did. And it was like the first time I felt like I actually captured something's essence there, because then I would look at it, and it looked, well, not exactly like him, but he had his essence there. And to me, that was probably what made me fall in love with capturing likenesses. Get a bit of somebody's soul in the paper.
Yeah, and you've done a lot. We demonstrated some of that on the promo. For those of you that haven't seen the promo, the animated GIF, and the video, that you drew a lot. And actually, a lot of those are my former guests and people that appeared on the show. And you've done a lot more than that too. It's really weird. Just real quick, for some reason, my Hangout on Air, the bottom part is blinking. There's like a blinking. Let me minimize it. And I don't know what the blinking for. Maybe it's maybe it's telling too many tabs open. Let me see if I can rectify that situation. That's what she said. All right, let me hit X there. See what that does. And
yeah, I'm still getting used to this new layout. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, there is the new layout. Do you like the new layout?
It's too soon to tell. I used that little mic thing on the bottom, but now I see it's a green line going across instead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually one of the best things that... Oh, did I freeze? Uh-oh. Please.
You're not frozen here.
Okay, good. All right. Oh, there we go. I have hands. So, yeah, the green thing at the bottom is the best. I think the screen sharing is cool, but that green thing is really cool because...
Yeah, I just think it works a little bit better than the mic. It's more visible.
Yeah.
Mic thing they used to have. It's easier to tell, like, when you need to mute somebody because they have background noise and they're not sure it's them.
Hey, Bobbi today has a request, and Bobbi today we're gonna get to that. Yeah, she wants to see your face, while you're speaking. Pretty please, sugar on top. But
anything for you, Bobbi. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. I didn't.
What? Can we get?
Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be safe with me.
We don't need to hear what her secret is. Can we get some kind of genre that it's related to, or not even that? Not even, no. Okay, well, Bobbi, today your secret is safe with Clip-Off at least till tomorrow, Bobbi, today. Okay.
Oh, that was
terrible. I can't believe I would do such a thing to me. That's some wacky
Don't worry,
stuff.
Bobby. You'll see me when I'm speaking shortly.
Oh, that's wild stuff.
Here, I'll raise the camera up so you can see my face. I could just move it.
Look around.
No,
No, it's cool. We can wait. She can wait. She can be patient. Oh, you're making us dizzy. There. Oh my God! What a handsome devil. We did show you for the beer too. So, and that's how you would set up when we did a Secret Santa type deal. Me and Cliff tried to do Secret Santa unwrapping, and I met its father, and I think at one point I met your brother. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. To Hangout. So your whole family is starting to get on Hangouts. You're really a trendsetter. I think you have more family hanging out. Tiffany Henry as well. I think you and Tiffany Henry are up for most people's family that hangs out. Is that possible, or?
Ooh, I don't know. No, I think Daria might have me beat. I know.
Oh, does Daria?
I don't know if her brother hangs out. I know he's on, and her mother's on here. I think.
Yeah, but being on here is different than hanging out. I'm talking about hanging out specifically. Like I've never seen Sage and her mother hang out. Maybe they have been.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. No, I'm just saying that. Like, what's it like for your family to hang out and Google Plus? And are they liking it? Are they doing it because you're like, guys, you have to hang out and
Take a little column A, a little column B. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly. That's something you'd have to actually ask them. I really don't know. I don't like speaking for other people.
Not even people. But you didn't have to, like, twist their arm or break their neck. You're like, you should look at it. Okay. So, they're playing movie quotes in the freaking thread. How cool is that?
I love movie quotes.
I love movie quotes. Here, let's see without looking. So, pretty please, with sugar on top. Clean up
Let me
the
read
car.
from the page and see what the
Oh, wait, I just gave you the quote. Oh, but don't look at the answer.
Oh, man. I wouldn't have gotten that one anyway. I've seen that movie once and I didn't care for it.
Okay, I like Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction was the answer, and we might have a surprise for you, Cliff. We'll see. There are lots of surprises coming in. Where was I? Oh, a G4. Let's do a G4. This or that, rapid fire. If you have a G4 for Mr. Roth, Mr. Froth, please let it fly. It's a G4, Google 4, Google Plus 4, whatever you want to call it. It's a rapid fire series of questions. This or that, no wrong answer. First one, speed painting, people or objects? Which do you prefer?
People.
That is correct. Hang out to draw, or would you rather hang out just to socialize? Or is it more of a column A, column B kind of thing?
Yeah, I would say it really depends, because I do both at the same time, really. I find it weird to just hang out and just stare at the screen. I would be drawing either way. So if you were more specific, like speed painting while hanging out, or, just hang out talking, it really depends on my mood. Like, the other night I went for 6-7 hours painting, but working on the Star Wars piece I'm doing. Well, Star Wars Avatar piece.
What? Did you just say you're working on a Star Wars piece?
Well, it's a Star Wars Avatar mashup. Here.
Can we get any kind of preview later on, or not at all?
Well, it's in my stream, but...
Oh, yeah. I saw that. That was awesome. Yeah. Cool. I didn't know that was specifically Star Wars.
Yeah.
Looks a little Jabba the Hutt like. Is it like a
Exactly. It's Appa the Hutt.
Oh, so
and his little pal, Salacious Momo.
Nice. Do I get a sense that you might take possibly somebody on G+ and make them Princess Leia in that little scenario, or you don't like that idea?
No, in that piece, no. I'm
not saying you should do Daria Musk or Lynette Young, but that's what I'm saying. One of those two, probably.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Originally, I was going to do a Slave Girl Katara, and then I thought better about it because Avatar Katara is like way too young for that. I'm like, no.
Hey, would you? What would be cool? I mean, do what you want, but like to go along with the Star Wars. They have in the Jabba's thing, or in the first movie, the Cantina, they had the band. Would it be cool to like take all the artists, like the musicians, like someone like Lucas and Daria and Tara, Heather and Ryan, and do a like a band, like Star Wars type thing with them, or that's not really your style? You don't like that idea?
Something future project, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm not asking for.
I really hated what they did with that scene. I really like the original version way better. I think you're not alone. I think you're not alone. When they redid that scene, I'm like, what the hell? That's like one of my favorite scenes in Return of the Jedi, which is my favorite of all 6 movies. And I was very, very disappointed that they switched that.
Yeah, Lucas basically switched everything, and I feel like he switched up because he thought, I know as a filmmaker, I'll go back and I'll look at stuff and I'll think, oh my God, what did I miss, what got messed up, and I'm usually too hard on myself. But I think George Lucas definitely was trying to go too hard on the kids and say, oh, we need to spice it up for the kids, spice it up for technology, and now it's pretty obvious. The re-releasing of the movies is cool, re-digitalizing everything, but the 3D, now he's going 3D, what's going to be next? IMAX in 3D and double 4D, and I don't even know what he's doing, but when he added that, no, that was pretty bad.
And just like, I don't care what anybody says, Yoda should be a damn Muppet, at least for the close-up scenes. It's fine to make, use CG where it belongs, like when he was doing the actual fight scenes, but for the close-ups, they should have used the Muppet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're talking about the first movies where they CGI'd him, right?
Well, that and even the newer movies when they had Yoda in there, he should have been a Muppet.
Yeah, I agree. But the newer one.
I'm kind of old school when it comes to that kind of stuff. I think the Muppets just look way better. The others are good for movement, for like fight scenes and stuff like that. But for when you're doing really up close stuff, I think the eyes look so much more natural when they're doing the Muppet. Even
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Even in the updated Jabba scenes.
Yeah, it was terrible. The CGI was terrible.
Yeah, the CGI eyes, they just don't work so much.
It's not even that. To see Jabba walk around seemed kind of cool, but it seemed like Jabba was able to actually move on his own like that. That seemed, And when he stepped on the tail, that was just terrible, right? That was the part, right? When he steps on his tail?
Yeah, it's because it's in old footage, that was a cutaway scene where originally Jabba was a Scottish guy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they did a lot of different stuff. We have a surprise coming up. Right before we get to it, just finish this up. Do you prefer, you're a New York, New Jersey type of guy, New York pizza or a New York bagel, if you had to choose between the two?
Ooh, between a pizza and a bagel.
Yeah, the best ever pizza or the best ever bagel out of New York.
Oh, at New York itself. Ooh, to be honest, I don't think I've had pizza or a bagel in New York, so I can't really comment.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've had plenty in Jersey, but I don't.
You've never had a place. Okay, let's talk about. Let me switch it to Jersey. 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 What do you like better? What do you like in Jersey? You like the pizza? You like the bagel? What do you want? That's a terrible accent. That's Brooklyn. All right. Anyway, I don't know. What am I doing here?
Depends on where they're from, though. But I know the best pizza I've eaten is Dominic's Pizza in Newton. But as far as bagels go, bagels are pretty much the same anywhere. I mean, I
no, my friend.
I haven't really had. Well, let us put it this way: I like bagels, so I haven't had a bad bagel yet.
So, would you say you like bagels better than pizza? Is that basically what you're saying? If you had to choose?
No. If I had to choose one of the two, like if I was never going to eat the other one again, I would go with pizza. I would rather eat pizza.
Have you ever had a pizza bagel?
Yes, all the time.
And did you enjoy that? All right, awesome. But I was going to say, as far as bagels
go, if I had to
go,
get one of them up, I'd give the bagel up before the pizza, even though I actually eat bagels way more than pizza because I have them almost every day. But
sweet. Bobbi just says she has a hungry. If you want to plus, I has a hungry and I has a confused. You might find some pages there for some reason. And these pretzels are also making me thirsty. Cam Meadows said in the chat somewhere that he had 12 pizza bagels on Saturday. I'll have to ask him about that. And I did see that Cam made a comment about how pretty I look. And I must be Maybelline or wearing makeup. But no, this is all natural. I must have just been rubbing my face into something good, something awesome. But it's all me. Thanks for that compliment, and I don't feel less masculine. And lastly, plus Tastical. Oh my God, Cliff Roth is here.
Yeah. I figure until I start painting, I might as well go with the better cam.
Hey, Cliff.
And since I do have the better camera on,
better camera.
Model you were talking about.
Oh, yikes. Now, we're going to get into that in just 1 second.
They made that for you?
Take a screenshot. Yeah, someone made that at Google. They're pretty awesome over there.
Nice.
Plus-tastical or plus-tasticness, if you had to choose between that.
Isn't plus-tastic already an adjective? Why would you need to add something to it?
You don't think it's fun to add stuff to it? Isn't it? That's how I see it. It's more fun for me to add stuff. It gives me creative juices. And
sometimes less is more.
Okay. That's fair. But speaking of less being more, the guy that made that comment, I see a black spot here, and the black spot actually belongs to this guy from LA you might know, the aforementioned Cam Meadows from Hangout Party. And,
oh my goodness. Hey, thank you so much for letting me be here, Matt.
You got it. Thanks for wearing your cowboy hat.
I wanted to tell you that I have been watching Hangout Conversations since the very first show. Like, I can't stop. I watch it, like, I watch the replays. I watch it. I can't stop watching Hangout Conversations. I've been here since the beginning. I'm going to be here till the end, which I hope is in a very, very long time. And I've been watching Cliff draw since the very beginning, too. I've probably seen him draw, like, 300 different portraits already.
Yeah.
And thank you for
1,000 more.
And it's cool, and I was going to ask him about that. I didn't know you were going to be here. It's cool that you're here. I was going to ask him quick about the first ever experience with his speed painting marathon and hangout party, what it was like to do that, and like, did your hands get tired, and how many people you speed painted?
That's what she said.
Wow. So yeah, what was it like? What was it like working with Cam and getting that marathon going? And
it was pretty fun. It was a pretty wild time. Towards the end, I think I was starting to get a little crazy. Some of them, I mean, the ones towards the end were probably a lot worse than the ones in the middle somewhere. It's like when I do a long hangout like that, I notice the first one or two are kind of iffy until I hit my stride, and then I'm good for, a couple hours, and then I start fading off as I start getting tired. So I probably shouldn't do such long ones anymore, but...
Was it one of your
actually, that was true for the second one, and the second one, the last one or two I did were actually pretty good, but...
Was it a Cliff-a-thon where the topic of conversation kind of drifted off to more interesting subjects? Do you find that 8-hour conversation?
Are you referring to the epic John Fanafan's drilling Robert Anderson?
Yeah.
I think that was the first Cliff-a-thon.
wow.
Towards the end there.
They Fanafan's drilled Anderson on just his personal being, or was it a topic?
Robert had said something along the lines of that he could resist like a grilling, like a questioning or whatnot, so John put him to the test there, and he was asking all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know John Fanavan, he's also Plus God, and he would love for you to know that his real name is Emmanuel Kirchhoff. Okay, just in case you didn't know that. He actually appeared in Chi-Chu Peter's Chi-Chu interview, and he was glowing with a white light, and he was smoking a cigarette, and he actually admitted that he took 4 days or a week or something off of Hangouts. He's like, God.
His absence was definitely noted. I was wondering what happened to him.
Yeah. Did you notice John Fanavan was missing from Google Plus? Did it affect you?
Oh, it affected me greatly, yes.
I think we were all affected when Plus God leaves us.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad to see a deity leave the building, It's like Zuckerberg was never here, so I guess he was never a deity.
Did you guys hear what I'm doing this evening?
It looks like you're sitting in a dark room with a cowboy hat.
Oh, now. Rayan Boardroom. How do you say his last name? Did you guys know?
I know Bobbi Joe. That's one of Bobbi Joe's boyfriends. What who said that?
Yeah.
Bobbi Joe, help us out.
Rayan is very favored by the ladies on Google+. They all have him near the top of their lists of...
He's no Mohammed Mansour, but yeah, I get it.
Googlers I'd like to spend some time with.
I always bring box Rayan, but only when Mohammed's not around.
Right.
So, he's actually on his way here right now. Rayan, Jamie, Matter, and we are all doing a quick impromptu hurl tonight.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I've done those lately. So what are you guys, just going to grab a drink, grab some food?
We're going to go line dancing.
Oh, nice. Is there going to be some line dancing hanging out?
I did hang out from the line dancing club one time until I got in trouble. Something about, like, everyone has to sign a paper or something.
Wow. Hey, well, these... No more what?
Hangouts from the club.
Yeah, I guess they could get pissed about that. Bobbi Joe just told me that now if Chi-Chu insults you, I can't imagine Chi-Chu actually insulting you.
Maybe or he just tells you, like, a piece of his mind, like...
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's chewed out. You would get chewed out, and then someone actually made a page, that's what she said. C-H-E-E. So if it wasn't enough she, but she. Cool. So Cliff, do you want to start drawing now? What's the deal? What do you want to do with the drawing?
Whenever you want to draw? Start drawing whenever you
Whatever you want. I mean, whatever the people want, but I'm good.
More show.
We want to see Cliff draw. We want to see Cliff draw.
We want to see some drawing.
All right, then I will switch from this to my back to the other cam.
All right, cool. Wait. Say goodbye with your face. Give a face smile, because Bobbi today will be upset. There we go. Bobbi today, there's your beard. Now, Cliff is a married man with 5 kids, but if he wasn't, you'd have a big shot, right? All right, cool.
I think you have a G+ stalker. It's official.
Cliff, can you put the hood on before you switch back? You have the hood there, right? Let's see the Obi-Wan. Uh-oh. Wow. Look at that. Do you feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi when you have the hood on, or?
It's a black hood. Wouldn't that be the Emperor?
Sorry, I was trying to be nice. You want to be the bad guy, or?
Nice. Have you seen my work? I'm not.
Really? You're not Pirate Rebel. What?
Nice.
You're nice.
I don't do flattery.
Oh, you don't do Mike Searle.
I was just going to say, yeah, that's Searle's department.
It's Searle's department. Cool. So, yeah, get going. You want to switch that camera around a little bit?
I add a good 20 years to your life as I do it.
Add a good 20 years. So, Hangouts, G+, now I got both of you here, so I can start with Cam while you're switching the camera around, if that's cool.
Alrighty.
So, Cam, how did you come across Google Plus and Hangouts? Like, do you remember your first Hangout? Like, where?
Yeah, I do have a screenshot from my first Hangout I could pull up.
That's cool.
See, it is from...
Byron Reppel just said he heard me. He just sent me a G-Talk. 2 seconds I said that. Wow, hi, Byron.
Hi, Byron.
How awesome is that? I said something about Byron Reppel and he G-Talked.
I miss you, Byron.
We miss you. Get back here with your naked face.
Where is that guy anyway? What's he up to?
I'm sorry, you're saying you got the picture of your first Hangout. Was it a full Hangout, or?
Yeah, it was actually, I think it was a Twit TV Hangout, and let's see, here we go. Or not.
Alright, I'm starting this thing to see you.
Alright, cool, and Cliff is about to start drawing me, so Byron, if you're watching, he's emulating you right now because you were the one that wanted to draw me in the first place. I don't know.
Oh, I remember.
Which is cool.
What the picture is.
Byron says that he's everywhere and that he's always watching. He does it well. All right, Byron. Byron, do you want to replace John Fanevins? Because he needs a plus god number 2, so maybe we get one of those going. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so while Cam's looking for that, Bobby Joe, you were calling blog Cam's little watching every episode and all that stuff. Do you want to? Any questions about any of the episodes?
I don't know. I've known Cam, I think, since like day 3 of Google Plus. I don't know if I buy it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So Cam, what was your favorite episode besides the one that you're on right now?
Of Hangout Conversations?
Yes, quiz him.
Yeah. I like that one that you did in the beginning. That one.
So you like Daniel Armendariz because Daniel Armendariz.
Daniel's actually one of my favorite people on Google Plus. He's a great guy.
You prolled with him too.
I have. Have you guys had the opportunity?
No, not yet.
No, but we will in less than a month.
He's coming to New York, baby.
Oh, is he? That's awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot of people coming to New York. I don't know, Bobby Joe, if you have any of that handy, but you want to just throw out a bunch of names to get people's whet people's appetites.
Oh, wow. Where do I start? We got freaking Matt Rappaport, whatever. We got Tiffany Henry. We got Cliff Roth and Scott Roth, his cool brother. We have not met yet, but I know he's cool. Just because he's related to Cliff, of course. Paul Rustan's going to be there, I think, Saturday. Daniel Enlow and Michelle Atwater are organizing an amazing photo walk, and they've been just fantastic with that. I think that Brian is going to be making an appearance for Saturday. We will have Daniel Armendariz. We will have Joanne Thomas. Gosh, the list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah. Anthony Feliciano, is that his name?
I believe he will be trying to be there. Carter Gibson, who is still in Santiago, Chile until the 16th, will also be there. And I think
the musicians, too?
Might have Rory Swan, might have Aaron Martindale, George Rodenbaum, Tracy Smalls. Gosh, I mean, just like a list of G+ers, really.
Yeah, we might have maybe Justin Rowland, and I don't know if Joseph Lee will come down, and I know Daniel Lambeau, I think you might have said, and Michelle Atwater, and I don't know. He's in Massachusetts. You never know. It could be a surprise.
Yeah, I have access to the spreadsheet. There's no Linus yet.
Yeah, if you want to join the Hurl, check out that spreadsheet, NYC Hurl, and fill that stuff out. We want to get everyone coming. There's also going to be a South by Southwest Hurl I can't get to. Cam, are you going to that one or no?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, cool.
I will be there with bells on.
Bells on. Give me, Cliff, if you want to give me more hair, that's your call. I'm just saying. I better fix my hair here.
Would you like a very
Flatter. He's like, I was going to make you like 5,000 pounds. And, no.
Would you like to be bearded?
Would you like to give me a coffee? Can I be? You didn't.
Give him hairy knuckles, Cliff.
Hairy knuckles. So Jamie and Cam and all right, he's getting up. No, get up. That's cool. I was going to say you're going to go home with the line dancing. No one's here. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys did line dancing before, right?
We brought Rain out one time, and it was good times. There's also something else I wanted to talk to you about. Everyone here, I'm sure, is familiar with Paul Rustan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's watching right now.
Hello, Paul. How you doing?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Paul is going to do the first ever Hangouts on Air body painting.
Sweet.
On Saturday the 21st, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday. He has a new model that he's working with named Leslie, and she's really awesome. We're getting her on Google+, and he will be streaming his body painting on Hangout on Air on Saturday. So I hope that you guys can all catch that show.
So a week from Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I believe it'll be at 3 p.m. your time, Eastern, 12 noon Pacific. That's going to be a pretty interesting show, I believe.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, he's going to drop by in March. He's been in a lot of Conversations Plus, and hopefully he'll get to body paint here, and he's going to body paint on the hurl. Actually, he liked that idea that people sleeping will be body painted, so be careful on that hurl. That should be phallically correct. Bobby Joe Woods, would you be upset if you woke up with something on your face that wasn't there before? Is that a personal question?
If it was a hot guy, no. If there was anything else, probably.
So you're giving Paul Rustan permission to draw a hot naked guy on your face?
No, I don't mean. Never mind.
No, I know what you meant.
That's what she said.
Uh-oh. Hey, Cliff. So right now I look very zombie-like without my eyes, which is pretty cool. And if anybody wants to take a picture of me without eyeballs, that's pretty cool.
I have always wondered what that'd be like.
Yeah. You know what I like about this, Cliff? There's no mouth on it.
Uh-oh, wow, really? So now we're talking about the Matrix, like with Keanu Reeves when he shuts Mr. Anderson's mouth up?
No, I was just kind of saying that maybe it won't talk, and that'd be awesome.
That would be a terrible show. Nothing would happen.
If Matthew couldn't talk, he'd learn sign language real quick and just start screaming us with his hands.
Oh, yeah, I already do that. Yeah, it's for sure. Hey, Cam, so the cowboy hat, so this is Cliff's show, but Cliff, have you ever wondered about the cowboy hat?
Nah, not really. I mean,
not really? All right.
We actually, we went hat shopping today, matter of fact.
You're not replacing it, are you?
No, I can't do that.
If you ever replace it, I think you should auction that hat off. I'm sure you can get a lot of money for it.
This hat has been around. It's been to various cities, San Francisco, Vegas, Los Angeles, of course. But I will tell you, the secret behind the hat is when you do not feel like showering, but you feel like hanging out.
Oh, gross.
It covers the whole greasy hairness. So that was how it originally started was, I went to the green room and it said, check your mic, check your hair, how you looking? And I was like, oh, not so good. What can I do about this? Look around me, and there's the trusty hat from when we go out line dancing. So I threw it on, and the rest was history.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have a hat like that. And everyone gets in the scheme, and what everyone wants to do is wear Cam's hat or do something with Cam's hat. I don't know. How many Google Plus members have worn your hat now? 5, 6, 7, 8 members?
Oh,
10, 20?
10.
10, like Jamie, Justin, Daniel, James.
Ken Outlaw wants to bid 50 cents for the hat.
Well, I take
right now.
I'm guessing take a dump when people posted take a dump in your hat, was that something that pissed you off or you didn't care? That's never happened, right?
I'm not gonna answer that question.
All right, he's like,
it was pretty drunk. We were drunk,
It happened.
We were driving back from LA to San Francisco. Yeah.
Wow. There were no rest stops apparently between LA and San Francisco. No, really? That's terrible. It's not like New Jersey. Cliff, you want to tell us a little about all those rest stops that New Jersey has, or what's the deal with that?
I've been to a rest stop in Jersey before.
Oh, yeah?
What was that experience like? Very scary, especially in the bathroom. Very frightening. They all have some of the Starbucks and all that stuff. So another question for you, Cliff, from Mr. Swan, who we just mentioned.
Oh boy, he likes to ask questions.
He likes that. Who are your favorite? I was going to ask you about artists too, but he specifically caricatures. Do you have a favorite caricature artist that comes to mind? That you love?
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I like Joe Bloom. I'm not sure exactly how he pronounces it, but I definitely like him. He's probably up there, one of my favorites. I like, I don't know.
So what do you like about Joe?
I like Tom Richmond.
Okay. So what do you like about them? What kind of
G+er.
What they all do caricatures of people?
They all actually do completely different style.
Okay. But do they do like we're talking about celebrity caricatures or?
Yeah, they're pretty much all celebrity.
So is this
Joe he doesn't really do them anymore. Now he works for Moonbot Studios. But previously he would do them at conventions, or he'd do them at amusement parks. I think like Great Adventures. I think he worked at maybe.
Cam, what were you saying, Cam?
I was asking if this is the most famous person you've ever drawn, Cliff.
Uh-oh.
They don't ever come more famous than Mr. Rappaport.
Wow. That's an honor. Thanks. I will remember that. Can I get... Actually, what I think I'm going to do is on my gravestone, I'm going to make them have every single artist that's ever drawn me on Google Plus is going to go out to my gravestone. How does that sound?
That'd be great.
I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but...
Yeah, I mean, it'd be sucky for you that you need a gravestone in the first place.
Right, why would I even need one? But just in case I did need one.
When we get credit for whose artist's work you have on there, has to have the plus tagging there. We have to all be plus tagged on.
Yeah, once that'll be the artwork, and maybe somewhere at the bottom I'll have my name, or at the top, and then in the back they'll be tagged, bunch of tags, bunch of people.
See, I should say, I don't think you'll need your name. I think all you need is the plus mention. People know who it is.
Yeah, you think so? Maybe. Possibly. There was... Cam will even talk about it. Cam's like, you plus tag everybody, and I hate it when you do it, but when I see my own name, I love it. So, but Cam has seen... Yeah, I plus tagged so many people. And what are you saying about me over there? Cliff's not lying. What are you talking about?
You're like
oh,
slut. Yeah.
Oh, you're saying you're like
tagging everybody.
Yeah, I'll plus tag everybody that I know, and some people I don't, to get them involved. There are a lot of people that are timid about Google Plus. They're timid about the space, about Hangouts, about interacting, about being judged, about what's too much, what's too little. And I just say, F it. You want to do it, you do it. People will like it or not like it, and that's it. And keep on doing it. The people that are quote unquote known are people that are doing stuff. Most of them, anyway, and they're being involved, they're being active. So, they're trying to. Cam's laughing it up. Cam, what's up? Cam has Hangout party. It's Hangouts on Air. So now that you have Hangouts on Air and it's on Hangout party, what are some of the differences you've seen? And Cliff too, if you want to talk about some of the HOAs that maybe you've been on.
Well, I know you have hangoutconversations.com, but you're not streaming over there yet, are you?
No, so we did. We were streaming there on live stream, and we were going to do the double live stream Hangouts on Air, but I felt like I didn't want to have to stay stuck on my screen, and I wanted to go look at the comments and interact. So there is good that it's a chat room and all that, but yeah,
there is definitely benefits for you to be on the third party website like hangoutconversations.com. The chatting by comment is a little of a hassle, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Most of us that are power users, we know how to handle it. We know how to read comments and respond on them and stuff like that. I feel there's probably a portion of your audience, though, that's not so comfortable with reading a bunch of comments and replying to the comments and knowing which ones they're replying to. So having a chat box, I think, is actually...
I agree completely. I think there needs to be some sort of integrated chat feature.
Chat's very beneficial. Also,
for those, it should be a separate one than the internal to the chat.
Yeah, and I talked about a platform.
We almost have two chats here, one which is the external, one which is the internal.
Yeah. Or even just, the internal can, even if their internal was streamed out, so even...
Well, I don't think that's a good idea, because for a lot of things there might be some in-show stuff that you don't want the public seeing.
Yeah, but you can't see the chat. So they basically were Chief was talking about he wants the Hangout thing to stay clean, but when it comes to Hangouts on Air, I'd say mess the crap out of it then just don't only show the video, you know? Let us see all this stuff happening all over the place that we need that no one else can see. I don't see what the big deal is, you know, with doing something like that. They still want to keep it neat to a degree, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Bobby Joe just wants me to...
The ability to, you know, full screen it and change the resolution and stuff like that, or at least the dimensions, is beneficial. I know there are extensions and little tricks you could do, but once again, a lot of people don't understand those things. And you're
I agree.
The full screen for them when you use an external site.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I hear what you're saying. Daria was doing that too. Although Daria's external site was showing like her time-lapse video more than, did it show live? I don't remember. Did you?
I believe that was someone else's site, just, you know.
Oh, okay, third party.
With her. But, yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Joe was saying, yeah, we did the Blogger. I knew how to do Blogger. I knew WordPress, but I was like, let me just throw Blogger up. I didn't know what the deal was. Instead of just getting a website, I just got the domain redirected. So we're going to have a WordPress, a full shebang. She's going to go full out. And, but, you know, Blogger is part of Google, and I was thinking maybe Blogger would interact with Plus more, and maybe there'd be more beneficial uses to use Blogger with Plus and all that. But I get why, you know, having your own website is a big thing, and people can go there. But I mean, as long as people find it, and you know, there's ways to, like this show, as far as like talking about sponsoring and all that. There's ways to do it within the show and within Blogger and all that in the future. So I think there's a way to monetize no matter where you're doing it, as long as you have content.
On the actual site, you could, whoever you have as a guest can have links on the page to their products, either their iTunes or their Google Music if they're a musician, or to their galleries if they're an artist. So it does help out, and then you could definitely direct people to say, click that direction, you know, to purchase, so it could help out the guests, make a little bit of money.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. Yeah, if we could get some links like that, and especially if you have a musician, the music or art links. And I always plug them. Plustastic.com. You can go find works with and you and Cam. It's cool that you're in here. You actually are a big part of Plustastic.com and Clip as well. And
if people aren't familiar, Plustastic.com. Plustastic.com. It's actually doing rather well. We have a collection of artists on there that are practically giving away their art to other Google Plus users for a couple of bucks here and there. And if you haven't checked it out, check it out. There's about 5 or 6 artists on there right now, but there's a lot of artists that have been requesting to be added to the group. So we're working out how many total artists we want on there, but check it out if you have it. There's clips on there. He's selling a few portraits. You actually had one come in, I believe, yesterday again, Cliff. So if you didn't, if that didn't come by your desk yet, but it's going pretty well over there.
Cool. Yeah. Mike Searle has been on the show. Byron Rempel, Tim Clary, who has been on the show. He'll be a guest full on in 2 weeks. Amanda Lear, Samantha Villanov, and Aaron Wood is begging to be an artist. Well, he could be, hopefully, in the future, right? He does some good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I've been talking with Aaron about, helping him with Hangout stuff, and I'm sure you probably have.
Yeah, he's been on the show. He's been great. His stuff is really cool too, and his stuff is really political.
Aaron did a picture of me, apparently. He didn't know who I was. I didn't know who he was. But he still drew a picture of me, which was nice. And
yeah, it's always the case, right? It's that, you don't really know. I didn't know Byron from a hole in the wall, and then I knew him. So, but, why people do stuff, I don't know. It's just they get inspired, they want to do something, and they go to it, So it's pretty cool, like Hangout Party and Plustastic and all this other stuff happening on Google+. So let's see. So Cliff, getting back to you just for a second. Now, what do you do full time if you don't what do you have a specific day job that you go to? Or?
Yeah, I make candy for a living.
Do you make candy? Wow. Can you be more? What kind of candy do you make? Can you give us some?
M&Ms.
Do you actually make M&Ms? I didn't know that.
M&Ms, that's what I do.
Can you tell it what's that format like? Why? How did you get into making M&Ms?
I used to work for. Hold on. Wait, check. Hold on a second.
Oh no, not here though.
Alrighty. Years ago, I used to work for an inventory company, And at the inventory company, we were doing an inventory at a hardwood, at a Home Depot, I believe. And one of the workers there had said something I had heard that M&M's was hiring. So I applied and got a job. And I live not too far from the plant to begin with. So I've been working there since the late 90s.
And so do you, have you made a lot of candy art, M&M art, or?
No, I've never made any art with the candy itself.
Do you still eat M&Ms, or you just eat all the time?
I'm enjoying peanut M&Ms right now.
Wow, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Cam mentioned an idea about, like, a view, like, idea. Yeah, I mean, as far as, see, I would love to have tons of shows and more shows. I think, like, the one-on-one thing is cool, and the round table is actually kind of what I wanted Conversations Plus to be. It just depends on who's in there to be more of a round table with the guests.
Right.
But usually we get people in the post-show that sometimes they're more active, sometimes they're less active, sometimes they want to do other stuff. But yeah, I kind of, and it is a lot of show in one night. But everybody has a different time zone, a different schedule. Some people show up late to the first one, or early to the second one, or they miss pieces. So, but yeah, I'm trying to incorporate all that. And usually I have a dropping guest, so it's cool that you're our dropping guest. And I got you plussed on here, which is nice. But yeah, because there could be a lot of chaos. And it's funny, she was mentioning yesterday, because there are a lot of people say, well, why can't there be more than 10 people, 20 people? And I think on a Hangout, that might be an interesting experiment, but I think that, you know, people would definitely...
Yeah, ultimately, too many people would be just too hard to keep track of. I think they hit on the right number. I think it's a good number. At first I thought, hey, it'd be great if we could have a whole mess of people here. But, you know, that's why we Hangout hop. If we want to talk to the other people, they're usually in a different Hangout. So we just Hangout hop. There's nothing wrong with that. It would be the same thing like if you were out in a social place. It's very rare that you would get more than 10 people at a table at like a restaurant or something like that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
and if you want to party, you can go to campsite. There you go. You've got the party going on over there. So, but yeah,
I definitely see the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, there's reasoning, but well, go ahead, Bobby. Joe?
Hey, Cam, it looks like Nicholas Charbonnier or whatever has on air.
Yeah, and I believe when On Air first came out, they said it was for Americans only, but he's in Las Vegas right now, so...
Oh, it's American.
If we count, so...
Yeah, I think they were talking about location. I don't think they're talking about national...
Yeah, well, Nicholas is from Germany, I do believe, and I think Germany is actually the strictest on streaming video of all the first world countries. No offense to
Yeah, I just saw he started a...
But, so yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's good for him. I heard that
He's elated.
he has it mobile, too. He's able to carry it around with him, so...
Oh, at first there was more countries that had it, and then they pulled it back. But there was some people
Robert Redall.
You have it that's like Robert Redall and whatnot.
Robert Redall special.
Special.
He's Austrian.
Special is a good
much
way.
more special than that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, none of the Sarah Palin kind of way. Who said that? Yeah, so it's cool to see your process. I always look a little Redall-like, right? There's a little bit of, in your drawing, I think I look a little Redall-ish, maybe? I know you're still doing it, so it's unfair. A little Redall-licious. I feel like the eyes, maybe? Yeah, I'm saying Robert Redall only has one eye. That's what I'm saying. Robert Redall.
Well, yeah, I mean,
just the one eye.
Well, they say if you do that too much. All right, let me...
Oh, yeah, I could lose an eye. You're going to lose your eye. What was that? Is it Austin Powers where they kept making those jokes? I hope you never lose an eye, or I forgot what movie that was. We were playing that joke. Oh yeah, that's right. Wayne's World 2, right? Where with Kevin Pollak with the eye patch, he's like, where they kept saying the eye jokes. What did it do with Mike Myers? He does that a lot, right? In Wayne's World, he did that, and Austin Powers like, he'll never get ahead of a major corporation. So it's interesting to see sets of humor like that, and they're still playing the movie game in there. I don't know. Paul Ruston is movie king. He's poker king. You know, Hangout games will be interesting. People are developing them, and Chief is just thinking about themselves developing and testing them, I think, but I don't really know. He's talking about eventually releasing some.
I think it's a great idea, especially depending on what kind of game it is. Like, I think it'd be great if, like, there was, like, Hangout Monopoly and that kind of stuff. Like, board games you would normally play in an offline environment. Not necessarily, like, all the, like, Farmville crap, but, you know, the good games.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like if there was Monopoly in here or Trivial Pursuit or stuff like that, that'd be really cool.
I'd be all over that. That'd be great.
Even like we were playing Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune for fun, but if it was more organized and people can have a good time and enjoy that or whatever it is, The poker
I probably would never speed paint again because I'd never have time because I'd be too busy doing that stuff.
Family Feud would be fun. Play on teams and stuff, like if you divided the 10 people into 5 groups of 5, things like that. That'd be a lot of fun.
It would be.
Yeah, it's 10:03 Eastern here. We're gonna wrap up. I think what I want to do is I want you to finish the speed paint. I think towards the end of the speed paint, I'll do a little wrap up with you. But
all right.
Yeah, take your time. You're not in a
then we'll do the giveaway in the post show, or do you want to? I mean, the giveaway is only going to take a couple minutes.
Yeah, no, we can do the giveaway.
Loaded into the random name generator.
Awesome. And do you want to tell us a little bit about set up that giveaway in the contest and tell the people what it is and what they could expect?
Sure. Well, I have in addition to the Wacom Cintiq, I have a Wacom in Intuos 3, which I haven't used in years. It's been sitting doing nothing in a shelf, and I'm like, there's so many great artists or potential great artists out there that just lack proper equipment. So I figured, well, it's not doing me any good whatsoever. I mean, the only time I would use it is if my Cintiq happened to crash or something like that. But I think in that case, I would just start a Kickstarter to get a new Cintiq, because I certainly would not want to go back to an Intuos after working on this so long. So I figured, well, why not just give it away? I mean, I could try and sell it, but screw that. I'd rather just give it away. So I decided, since I knew I was coming here, might as well give it here. So I opened up a thread where all you had to do was comment on it, saying why you would be interested. Not that your reasoning had anything to do with whether you win or not. I just plugged in every name into a random name generator. And then in a few minutes, I guess I'll press it and see what it picks. And then whoever it is, whoever does win will be paying shipping. I don't want to lose money on giving the thing away. So whoever gets it will pay the shipping on it. But other than that, it's free. I do have some extra pens I have. I'm not 100% sure of how they work. I mean, if they're completely functional, I'll check that shortly. But no sense shipping them if they don't work. But I did test the tablet with you the other night.
Yeah, we did. I was going to talk about that. You kind of tried to draw this Starbucks coffee.
It was really difficult to draw with it for me because I'm so used to this, and I have all my all the buttons set for this. So it's kind of odd because I was actually drawing here, but the tablet was in front of here, so it wasn't even like I was drawing on my Mac. I was drawing on the Cintiq screen with my Intuos. So it's kind of weird. And I'm sure the learning curve is short. I probably would have gotten it in an hour or two, but I mean, I've done it before.
Cool. Well, that sounds like an awesome giveaway. I saw the tablet. It looks really cool, and to get it for just the price of shipping, it's one of those tablets, big tablets for you to do art on. So if you're an artist or you would aspire to be one, that's really awesome if you clip. And you've had it for how long did you say you had it for?
It's been several years at least. Yeah, I've had it for a while because I've had this for about 2.5 years now. So, and I had the other one for a little while before that. So I stopped using it about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago when I got this.
Cool. So,
this will be done in just a second.
Yeah, no, take your time. It looks like some guy I know a little bit, mostly. Now I look a little more. It doesn't look like I'm wearing makeup more in your speed painting, but maybe not. Let me see. This is real life.
Well, yeah. At the moment, it does look like your mouth does have makeup on it, even though it does not. I have to make that look more natural.
So far, I like it better than Manuel Rappaport.
Whoa, wow. Are you not good, Sinclair?
No.
I mean, I like it. I like every picture drawn of me is really cool, whether it's a zombie or this or, it's all good. It's all awesome just to have that done. So, what about you, Cliff? Do you remember, did you tell me about your very first Google Plus Hangout? I don't remember us talking about that.
My very first Google Plus Hangout was with the members of the World Artist Network. And they were the ones who actually invited me here. There was a couple members from that who invited me here.
Cool.
So yeah, my first hangout was with them, and I thought, wow, this is awesome. it's nice to finally meet some of them in person because, I joined that group back when it was the largest MySpace group. So, and then people slowly migrated over to Facebook, and that's where the bulk of them still are. But there's some that are here in the Hangout, like, I'm not sure if you saw it today, but one of the ones who made the What's Hot list today is Terry Border. He's a member of that group as well.
Cool.
And he does the bent objects work, and he's just phenomenal. So if you've never seen his work, go check it out. It blows mine way out of the water. I mean, it's a completely different genre, but Terry Border kicks ass.
No, that sounds really cool. So Terry Border is on the What's Hot list probably today. We can go look for the link in between the show and find the post in the profile.
Yeah, and I shared it earlier as well. He does a lot of stuff with wire and other objects, and it's just amazing.
Wow, wire and other objects. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Jeeps. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like the sound of that, wire and other objects. That's a nice title for a movie.
I don't know anyone else who could get an ice cube to balance on legs made of wire. But he did it and got a cool picture out of it, so. But yeah, great work he does. Awesome.
Cool. Bobby today in the comments is saying, know what I love about the speed paint ? Smiley face. And I said, because it's me? No, I don't know. I don't know, Bobby today. What do you love about it? That Cliff is doing it. Yeah, a lot of New Jersey talk in the thread. Paul Ruston wants to know about, you can't pump gas yourself. It's illegal, I think, which is awesome.
God. I don't know how people who live in self-serve states do
every other state.
Traveling out of the state. And, I remember one time we were going down south, and we had gotten to a gas station waiting. I'm like,
you had no idea how to pump gas?
No. And then the fact that I had never pumped gas in my life, and I'm like, okay, there's obviously no attendant here. This must be self-serve or something like that.
Wow, that's awesome. What was it? How old were you the first time you pumped gas? Like in your 20s?
And then I found out you have to pay in advance. How the hell are you supposed to know how much you're getting in advance? Because I usually just say fill it up. I don't know what's going on.
That's so awesome.
I think if you don't use it backwards. And it's not like the gas.
If you don't use your credit card, yeah.
If I'm gonna have to pump my own gas, there better be some dollar figures coming off that price.
Wow.
So yeah, I hate traveling out of the state and driving because pumping your own gas is retarded. That's what we pay people. I hate pumping my own gas.
That I think was the best line of the show. Pumping gas is retarded. Pumping gas by yourself. Hey Bobby Joe, what's up? Yeah, Ruston is welcome. I would love to have some Ruston if he wants to jump in and say hi. Ruston can come in and tell a little bit about his body painting. Get him in here. It's a genre. It's a jump in. There's no rules. I'm awesome about letting people. I try to be awesome about after show now. Whatever he wants. Let it ride. Put his naked hangout on. And so, the hurdle. Let's talk about Google for a second. So not Paul. My brain is confused. Cliff, you got to go to Google New York. And actually, Cam, you've been to Google Mountain View, right?
Yeah, I've been to a couple different Googles. I was actually last Friday. I was at the new Venice location, Los Angeles. They opened it about 2 months ago. It was a really nice place. All of the locations I've been are nice, though.
So you've been to Venice is LA then, or there's just two down there?
Yeah, Venice Beach is in Los Angeles, and they have other Los Angeles offices, I believe, but this is the new one they just opened up, and they got the great cafeteria with great chefs and beer kegs on tap. It's a really nice place.
And you went to Mountain View, and you went to is that Googleplex?
Yeah, Mountain View is called Googleplex. Mountain View is nice because it's a lot of buildings. It's multiple blocks. I don't even know how far it stretches, but you cross the street and you're at another Google block. You cross the next street, you're at another Google block. So that's their headquarters, though, up in Silicon Valley, which is about 40 minutes south of San Francisco.
Cool. And you haven't been to the Seattle one yet, right? You haven't been to Kirkland yet?
No, Seattle up in Kirkland. That's where the Hangouts team is headquartered, which I have not gotten up there yet. But
right, a lot of gone up there. Cool. And Dario was just in the one in Mountain View, I think, right?
He was just in the San Francisco Mountain View one, yeah.
Awesome. And Cliff, you've been, wow, that's really cool, Cliff. I like words on my face. That's nice. And Cliff, you've been you were just at New York? No, it's good. You were just in New York, and I was just in New York. What was your experience like in New York? Did you have any time there?
Oh yeah, it was really enjoyable.
You've been there like two times, maybe?
Oregon. And Tiffy will get really mad if I don't mention this. But strange thing I learned that day was both my parents actually met in that building. The building that houses Google New York is a senior
and
building.
she actually asked me to ask you about that. So you jumped, but that's good. I'm glad you jumped the gun. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, what's weird about the Google New York building, or not weird, is that it's in the Port Authority building. You would have all the other Google buildings, at least Googleplex, right? You know it's Google. It says Google, everything. Google in New York is literally in the Port Authority building, like the Batcave. You say, I'm here for Google. You go up the elevator. You don't even know it's Google till the elevator opens, you know? So that's what's different. No Country for Old Artists, milkshakes, what? Oh, that sounds like Tim Clary questions. I don't know where Bobby Joe's going with that. But, yeah, you ever draw a milkshake or, milkshake? A milkshake? I draw your milkshake. Oh, can you draw, I mean, I know you're going to throw in my picture, but I would have loved the coffee or milkshake. Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. Yeah. No, she's going off of what I said, no a-holes in the post show. Not that we ever had that. So, yeah. There might actually be a possibility that I'm going to get the group to go. I've been working on it, Tiffany. We've all been trying to get that chance to get us all back to Google New York. So that would be a cool lunch tour thing. So if you're watching, anybody out there, Google New York, whether it's Vic and Chi and Natalie and Patrick or Carol or all these different people that are out there, we'd love to make that happen Friday, February 3rd for lunch and a chat. And, hey, we'll talk about Hangouts. We'll talk about Schemer. We'll talk about Love. We'll talk about Plus. We'll talk about the shows that are on.
That's a lot of stuff to talk about, boy.
We'll chew.
Can we talk about Love on G+?
Oh, is there a lot of that going on? Is that something you want to talk about? We can.
There is definitely love in the air, and, it's only a month till Valentine's Day, so I'm wondering if everyone's found their Valentine yet and what their plans will be in a month.
I don't know. I would actually be cool to go out to LA by then. I'm trying to get out there, but
if you could be my Valentine, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. As long as we don't get caught on camera kissing, that's all.
Oh, come on.
If it didn't happen in the Hangout, it never happened, so.
Oh, that's true. We can be a Hangout as long as we're not TMZ. Mac and cheese. I don't know what Bobby Joe's. I can't keep up with you, Bobby Joe. Yeah, right. I switch topics like left and right. That's what I do. That's part of it. That's all there is to it. There's no reason to stay on something for too long. It gets a little, crusty and all that stuff. So, yeah. So yeah, Google New York. What's up? Speak.
No. I accidentally put the 11. It's the first time I've messed that up since the New Year. I accidentally said.
I'm not your first speed paint person of 2012, right? There's no way, right?
No. Nope. Sorry.
Am I the first speed paint of this week?
No.
Today?
Today, definitely, but...
Today! Yes! G+ Achievement Unlocked. All right, cool. No, first time on my show. And hopefully we're going to get Bobby J. Woods. We get some speed painting woods going on, too. Yeah, mac and cheese. Do you like mac and cheese? Bobby J. Woods likes to make mac and cheese.
I do like mac and cheese.
Bacon bits and all that stuff.
Right here, next to me at all times, a mac and cheese cookbook with all different types of mac and cheeses. See? So yes, I'm a mac and cheese fanatic.
Connoisseur.
Yeah.
What is the best mac and cheese you've ever had going out? Like,
so who has some good mac and cheese? Hard Rock Cafe has like this kind of spicy, peppery mac and cheese. I forget what it's called. It's only like $23 per plate or something. So,
I
pretty
can
good.
afford it.
But I like just about any mac. I don't mind the plain, straight from the box Kraft macaroni and cheese, which all of our Canadian friends call Kraft dinner, which I disagree with. It's not Kraft dinner. It's macaroni and cheese.
Although Bare Naked Lady fans enjoy that for the If I Had $1 Million song. That's about it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we can go to 9+, I guess. I know BJ loves that. That'll be real quick. That'll be fun.
This is done, by the way.
And it's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for speed painting me. Very cool. Bobby Jo Woods, who loves 9+, even though she played along. said FML, and I won't even tell you what that means if you don't know what it means. But Tiffany Henry loves the FML, and those of you out there. Cool, so there it is. There I am, speed painted. I look like I'm about to say something, and it does look a little bit like my nose had a little crunch in it, but maybe that's because I'm looking at it wrong. But it looks awesome. My hair, I mean, you got the brown in my hair, and the headphones look even cooler than the ones I have, and the lips I love.
This one doesn't talk, which is really awesome.
Yeah, I know, just like Bobbi Jo. But Bobbi Jo is the opposite. Bobbi Jo, we can't see her face, but she talks. That's weird.
You're not missing anything.
Oh. Hey, so Cliff, are we going to see your face now?
Sure.
Yeah, you can get rid of mine for a second if you want, and go ahead and send it to me or both, and we will do HORE your artwork. There it is. There's no way to make the camera and camera. Okay, there it is.
I'm going to switch to the.
Oh wait.
No. Oh, technology. We love you.
Hello. Yeah, that better.
I see you.
You see me? Yeah, just move it up. Maybe move it up a little bit. We see your beard, which is cool.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on my beard. That's an important part. Oh, and over here. This. That.
Giveaway.
Not the giveaway item. Should we get to that? You want me to do the giveaway now?
Yeah. Soon. Oh, is she hanging out? Why don't we, you know what? I'll hit the, well, I can't invite Chi.
He's on air right now.
Oh, is he? He's got a lot of on-air going on. He was on, who's he on air with? He was on air with Peter, no.
Nicholas.
Oh, wow, a lot of on-air. Hey, well, Chi, if you're watching, you don't need no PR clear with me. I'll ask you the right questions, buddy. I mean, come on. What am I going to ask you? In fact, there's something I have to ask Chi. Just like, is he enjoying life when people aren't hounding questions? Anyway. So, Cliff, right, let's do this. And Cam can do this, too. Did he really ask that? Did he really ask that? Bobbi just says how you get 5,000 people to circle you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get to, what's the Zuckerberg social network? How do you get to 5 million people, 5 million friends? Oh, look, I see Renata's in there, and Nicholas, and Mike Searle, aforementioned Mike Searle, who was watching us, James Lawson Smith, Chichu. I mean, if you guys want to join us in the conversation plus, not that we have room. Just kidding. So look, a Hangout broadcast within a Hangout. Look at that. See, that's the G+ achievement unlocked. That's the scheme. And isn't it funny that Hangout Party comes and PlusTactic.com are showing up before the Google Plus on Cam's favorite?
Actually, I'll tell you something about that. HangoutParty.com existed for a while before I ever favorited it, but then I got tired of typing it in. The moment I favorited it, it became like real. You know what I mean? I was like, that's an actual website. It was kind of like a moment for me. I took a little breath and was like, oh, that's interesting.
It's like, I did that. That was my blood. That's my blood up there.
That's it.
Yeah. This is for both of you, so one at a time. I guess Hangouts is usually everyone's answer, but favorite part of Google Plus is what, Cliff, for you?
My favorite part of Google Plus? All you fine people.
Nice. What about you, Cam? All the chicks?
I like that, yeah. I like this on Google Plus is the largest collection of attractive women I've ever seen. Like
more than Facebook, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, yeah.
What about what features that's still kind of missing?
Plus for the chicks.
It's not. Bobbi Jo thinks it's a sausage party, though, right, Bobbi Jo?
Excuse me? I was muted.
I said, don't you think that Google Plus is a sausage party?
Oh, for sure.
All right, well.
Well, you've been hanging in the wrong circles, Bobbi.
No. I have so many internet boyfriends thanks to Google Plus. Love you, Google Plus.
And you'll make some of those dreams come true on February 2nd.
Potentially your internet husbands one day, huh?
Possibly. We'll just move to Utah and get on the polygamy train, I guess.
Hey, it's 2012. You can do it anywhere. Fuck Utah. Did I say that? Utah, I love you. The Jazz, good team. So
I didn't know that.
Feature, yeah. I mean, there's no real rules. I mean, live how you want. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Unlocked there, man.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, Matthew.
You're over 100 comments. How many did you want to get? What was it, 500 you wanted?
Oh, yeah, I did have a scheme with the Renata the first time to get over 500 comments, and we got it.
Oh, we're so far. Come on, comment.
We had 180 comments last week on my show. Let's pump it up, people.
Let's pump it up, yeah. Just right now, right now if you're watching, every single time you think of something even remotely interesting, like even like just to say hi, just throw it out there. I mean, but we like to. I kind of tell people our posts are somewhat intelligent, but feature and listen. If you wanna, why don't you guys play along with us? Write your favorite part of Google Plus. All of you out there, you play along with the 9 Plus. It's more interesting. What is your favorite part of Google Plus? But number 2, what feature would you like to see most integrated, Cliff? What about, is there something that you are dying for? Something related to art or Hangouts in art? Or
as far as features that to be integrated with G+ itself.
But yeah, is there something that you're dying for?
Well, there's 2 features I'd like to see added. I would like to see sub-circles, like circles within circles.
Okay.
I would like to see that. And the other one was the ability to post something public minus a circle or minus an individual. Therefore, the post itself is public, but a certain person may not see it.
Flirting.
Well, not mean I'm not.
No, I know you.
Any particular individual at the moment, but there are some sometimes I'd like to post publicly. But I do know a certain part of the people who follow me may not want to see it. You know, it's like, oh, why are you posting about that crap again? Because I post about various different things, but I don't post to circles. I post almost everything publicly because I use circles for more incoming than outgoing.
Okay.
So, like, I post artwork, but I also post business stuff because, you know, I like business-related stuff. So it'd be nice if I could, like, you know, put people in a circle who may not want to hear about the business stuff and post public minus that circle. So if those people didn't want to see it, they don't. Well, still being public.
Not to stop you for a second, but Paul Riston is really making an effort. He's spelling out your name. Is your Clifford is your actual full name, right?
That is my full name.
And Paul Riston has now made a comment for every letter in your name. Is he going for Roth? Is there a middle name he can do so we can stretch this thing out? Or
my middle name is Daniel.
Daniel, that's a nice long name there. So Paul, if you want to do the Daniel and the Roth and the first, the word the and the word first, that's at least 20 comments right there. What about you? Oh, Cliff, did you have another feature? I didn't mean to. That you want to throw out there?
I think those 2 are probably the top 2.
Okay. What about you, Cam?
I have a good question for everyone. If you could spend one evening with anyone on Google Plus, who would it be?
In real life or on a Hangout? Sorry.
In real life. If you could spend one evening, right? No questions asked. As long as it's all, we don't care.
Cam Meadows, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think we're all going to say Cam Meadows. I think that's the easiest.
Well, that's what I was getting at. You know, that's why I was driving the question towards. But if it wasn't me, if I was in the running, who would it be?
I think it's a tricky question. Now, is it somebody we've already met or someone we haven't met or either?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, considering my wife is on G+, and I'm going to have to go with my wife.
Does that
buy or something, Cliff?
She's standing behind you?
She might be watching it.
You still want to get some, right? Right.
He just wants to have a place to sleep. It's kind of.
You don't want to be in the doghouse tonight.
Yeah, but I think that's a tough question. I mean, I think it'd be fair. Look, I think we're all going to hurl. I think we're all going to hurl with people, but maybe it would be more interesting to see who we want to hang out with that is not somebody that we would meet potentially in a hurl, or maybe not. Maybe that's who you're going for, Cam. But I mean, maybe someone like a Vic or I don't know if that's better. Cliff, is there somebody that, because, there's so many people that should meet.
So many, it's like, yeah. I think, that one.
Yeah, but for you, Paul, like, let's take the hurl, the New York City hurl. Is there somebody you're looking forward to meet some of your Plus-tastic crew, Tim and Paul? And
yeah, I definitely want to, I can't wait to meet Tim, Paul, and pretty much everybody. You know, I already hung out with Tiffany, and she was awesome, and I'd love to. Can't wait to hang out with her again. Can't wait to meet you, Bobbi. There's just like so many people that are coming. It's just going to be fantastic. It'll be awesome.
Ken, did you actually have an answer to that question yourself, or?
No. No, I mean, there are so many people, but...
Is there one person that you have hurled with, like, that you... Who have you hurled with the most?
If I were going to say who my favorite person to have hurled with is, let me think. Give me a minute.
Alright.
I'll get an honest answer.
I mean, I've only hurled with, I think, Tiffany and Brian right now. They were both cool, so...
I'll tell you, most everyone I've hurled with is really nice. I'd say some of the nicest people I've rode with, of any of them, I'd say like Josh are more, and like Andy are definitely like some of the nicest people you're with. Obviously, like,
and they both work for Google.
yeah, but they work for Google, yet they also enjoy Google Plus and hanging out, and they're not paid to do it like some of the
I mean,
other people.
there's people that work for Google that I don't know if I want to really meet in real life, but hang out with them is kind of like, really? Well, they're just, they're okay, but I don't hang out with these people because they work for Google. I didn't even know that when I first met them in Hangout. So that's beside the point, really.
Josh and Andy break the stereotype of Google employers, say. And then, everyone needs to meet Mohammed once.
Just once.
I'm just going to meet him once, and then I won't have to meet him again.
Uh-oh.
It'll be all over.
Liza was actually cooler than I thought she'd be. No offense, Liza.
you think she's watching?
Of course she's watching.
Is she watching? It's really cool how we think some people aren't watching. All of a sudden they get IM us, right? They're like Byron is. Hey, Liza, give us a cheat talk if you think we're, anyway. That's cool. Liza. So, yeah, people see you. Would you say, because I've met two people, would you say they're different? How do people differ in Hangouts versus Hurley? Do you think
they're exactly the same. Every single Hurl creates a hug. How often do you walk up to someone that you've never met in your life, never seen, never even been in the same state, and the first thing you do with that person is hug them? And they're not even your family. That's what Hangouts and Hurls create. It's like you go in for that handshake, you're like, hey, Cam, hey, Cliff. But no, it's like you can't, you have to hug. So every Hurl starts with hug.
That's awesome. And not to bring it on negative, but like I'm sure you've seen people that started with a hug and ended in the opposite.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of breakups over Hurls, but
it happens.
It's bound to happen. Not everyone can love everyone, but I love everyone.
That's good.
Yeah,
including yourself, and we love that too about you.
Yes, I do.
Which is good.
Let's see who. No, Tara Naomi was someone who I did not know about before Google Plus, and then I meet her on Google Plus, and I'm able to check out her websites and her music and her YouTubes and stuff, and I really liked her, and then we started working together. I got to meet her and stuff like that. Only through Google Plus, only through Hangouts. Without Hangouts, she still would have existed, so would I, but we never would have met. So that's what's great about Hurls. Hurling is just the natural evolution of hanging out. Like, that's what this is all about. This is about creating the relationships and the friendships that move beyond just the internet and move to real life. I can't wait till we have the first Hurl babies. I heard there was some action at the DC Hurl. We'll see. We'll see how many kids pop up out of that one. See who the new proud parents will be. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, you think there's going to be the first time? You think there's going to be babies made out of?
I think there'll probably be at least 3 pregnancies at your New York Hurl. Maybe 2.
Wow. Probably. Is that people are not going to use protection, or it doesn't even matter?
Well, we're all family, it's like kind of good.
Wow. Yeah, if you really want to crash, what? Go ahead.
I said I do suggest to all the watchers to use protection. I do.
Yes, please protect yourself at all times. So, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see what happens. I don't know. The South by Southwest are all hanging out condoms. Yeah, they're actually, Andy showed us, I shouldn't say Andy, but someone that looks like Andy showed us, Google condoms, anyway, in a hangout. They actually, it said, are you feeling lucky on them? So, which was kind of cool. So how do you guys describe Hangouts? What's the first thing you think of when you think of Hangouts that comes to mind? Is there something do you try to describe them to people, or is it hard for you? People that don't use them, don't know them. Do you ever go up to people in the street, go, hey, Google Plus, you know what Hangout is? And they're like, what? Or you guys?
What? No, I usually just call it video conferencing, pretty much.
Yeah, it kind of makes it businessy,
Well, a lot of times I'm talking to people that's in a business setting, that's why.
Oh, okay.
But as far as friends, it's just I would pretty much, video chat is what I would refer to it as.
Me, Hangouts are the people and the friends. You are Hangouts, Matthew. You are Hangouts. So it's hard to really explain that to people. They're not going to understand until they've got to know the people that hang out. You know, a hangout is nothing without other people in it. I don't know if you've ever sat in a hangout by yourself.
I have, actually.
I do it every morning, but people join eventually. So hangout's not much without friends, so that's what it is. It's just a way to meet people, get to know them.
Yeah. No, and it's funny, too. I didn't actually start doing the hangout by themselves. I started doing the HOA. I would talk to myself, but it's not to myself because people are actually watching, so that's kind of cool, you know.
All right. So did you want to do the giveaway now or in the conversation?
No, we'll get to the giveaway. Yeah, don't let Bobbi just scare you. She gets like this around this time. She usually gets she has to pee, she's been sitting here, she's antsy, she wants to, go do whatever she needs to do, mac and cheese, she's good. She's good. And then we'll have a conversation plus and Shirley April. Anyway, really, SMH. No, what was that? Anyone that needs a shout out? You said Sarah Naomi. She's doing pretty good on the SLU, but is it an artist you recommend, Cliff, or someone that's in a hangout party that doesn't get enough love? Someone new, musicians, artists, people.
There's some people on here that they don't really hang out much, but they're pretty awesome nonetheless. Like my friend Jared Jackson, he's pretty cool. Also known as J Omega. He's a hip hop artist.
What is it? +2? Jared Jackson.
Jared Jackson.
That's cool. What about you, Cam? Is there somebody that you got?
You guys familiar with Broadway? Him and I are going to be doing a Hangout on Air, I believe, on Saturday. We're actually discussing the details right now.
I just got to go unlock this door for a second.
Is out of New York City, I believe. And he does hip hop and rap and stuff. And he's got a group, and they're actually really great guys, really nice guys. I think more people should be watching what he does, following what he does, because he is about the community. And he'll be hanging out on this Saturday, which would be, what day is that?
I've hung out with that guy quite a few times.
Yeah, he took a little break. Took a little break from Hangouts, but he's coming back with his vengeance this weekend. You guys can check him out.
I don't know. I wish he would show a little bit more of himself rather than tweeting and dropping links all the time. If you're watching Broadway Glenby, be more personal in your posts. Tell us what you're doing. I mean,
yeah, he is a really nice personal guy. The thing is like, he is that, you know what I mean? Like, it's his life, it's his focus, it's his dream, you know what I mean? So I see what you're saying, but it's not like he's like promoting some company or something else. It's really him, It's like that his whole life revolves around.
Right. It's his personality. It's like with Britney Spears. I mean, that's
his whole life is his art. So it's like, it's not like he's trying to get you to go to his webpage because he wants it. It's truly like, that's like what he lives for,
Right.
Yeah, and Daria does that a little bit too with that, and I just think it's cool that that's your art. I know, like Duncan K. Blitz, is that her name? And then some people he creates a lot of animated gifs, but I think there's a place to mix it in more, and I think you could have mostly your stuff, but I feel like there needs to be every once in a while needs to be like a reshare or something that shows that there's more to it than just like a brand, your brand. I feel like that makes you, by mixing stuff in like that, it makes you more, I don't know, diverse or more, whatever the word is. But, if it's too much all you, doesn't it get a little, like, repetitive or, no? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. What do you think? You're an artist, Cliff. Do you feel like, what do you think? Do you want to see an artist's personal page, every single post about them and their art and what they're doing, or do you think it gets tiresome?
Well, I think they should post about what they want to post about. I could always mute their posts or turn them down or,
Right.
So it really depends because I do follow a lot of artists, but most of them don't just post their artwork. There are some that do, but the vast majority of them are posting what's interesting to them and sharing what's interesting to them.
Right.
So yeah, it really depends on the individual.
Right. And I agree with what you're saying. All I'm saying is I think that if someone's posting about themselves all the time, it's harder to get to know what else they like, what they're into.
I think a lot of the problem us artists run into is that some of the people who are circling us are doing so to see our artwork. And some of them actually complain when you post about stuff that isn't art related.
Weird.
Which is strange because other than my artwork that I do and a few of the other artists I follow, the vast majority of the stuff I reshare has nothing to do with art whatsoever, because I'm usually the ones that I'm reading more aren't necessarily artists. I mean, there's several that I do follow, like Paul and Mike and Tim and Daniel.
Yeah, but they're more diverse. Yeah, you're all more diverse. I mean, there's no right way to do it. It's just like, because people talk all the time about the business pages, and business pages always posting about their business, and people are saying, well, that's not necessarily. It's kind of that. I kind of compare it to that, where it's like, if you're a business page and you're always like posting about what your business is doing, and there's not like something that's fun that gives you that sense of personality. Isn't that kind of the same thing? No?
Right, yeah. I that's one of the reasons there's very few businesses I would bother following in the first place.
Yeah.
Most of the pages I follow were created by fellow plussers. There are a few exceptions, but most business pages do it wrong.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think they're not necessarily taking...
That's what websites are for. If you're going to be on a social network, be social.
Yeah. What about, do you guys tolerate... There's some cool animated GIFs occasionally, and I like all that stuff. It's cat pictures, dog pictures. Do you hate it? Do you care? You're not gonna hate it. Like, I don't know. Like, you guys ever even posted or reshared any of that, or never? You can tell me.
I have on an occasion. There's been animated GIFs that I have shared, but too many of them at once, they get ridiculous.
Or the same one.
There's some people who post something new every other second. I mean, they're just constant posts.
New posts or new animated GIFs?
Both, because there's people who just...
Because now you're kind of talking about me.
No, not you. You don't post nearly as often as like 5 times in a minute. I mean, there's people who post and post and post and post and post and post.
Yeah.
There's people I've uncircled because they've just posted way too much.
I don't think it's cool to post something that's totally free of anything. Like, even a word, like if you're going to reshare or put a picture, at least one word. Like, sometimes I'll do a hashtag and that's it, because I'm trying to make a point. Like, I'll reshare someone's picture and I'll just put the word truth, meaning I believe in what they're saying, and as opposed to just putting it up there. But I like to add to it.
Usually I'll add to it, but not always. Sometimes if I'm resharing something, I just hit share, because if I have nothing really to add and it's pretty self-explanatory what the post is about, I sometimes won't bother doing that. But yeah, there's some people who just constantly post, and if you're going to post a lot of posts in a short span, don't make them all animated GIFs, because all that showing on a screen at once is just annoying.
And what about you, Cam? Do you tolerate all that, or that just whatever?
Well, I'm a man. I could handle anything.
I think we just lost 10 viewers.
I'm not going to reshare the GIF. No, I will not reshare. But you could. I'm hands off. You can post with.
Well, how do you feel about George's obsession with the Cookie Monster pictures?
Yeah, well, anyone can post anything they want. I am actually in a couple circles out there of more risque things, and oftentimes people will say, just send me a message and I will remove you from the circle. Well, I don't do that either. I say keep them coming. Like, I'm not going to complain to any of you for what you post.
Right.
It's your stream. I have my own tools on my own side to deal with it. I can understand if you're more sensitive, or if you had children or something, you wouldn't even want to see that first one. But I could handle that first one and deal with it accordingly.
Yeah, I think the not safe at work is probably the biggest issue people have, and I don't have that because I work from home, but I can't imagine being in the office on Google Plus and like you have nudity and stuff popping down, and you have your boss walking past you.
Probably shouldn't be Google Plusing at work.
Yeah, I guess there's that too, but I feel like everybody does internet from work instead of working. I wonder if we did a poll of how many people are busy on the internet, but anyway, and also, so I guess, I also asked about Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that stuff. You guys are still using that? Using it less? Not using it at all?
Not at all.
Not at all? Cliff, do you still have any of that as an artist?
I do have Facebook, but it has nothing to do with... I mean, I do have a Facebook art.
You're allowed to, by the way. Don't feel
pressured. But, my Facebook page, I barely... Like, my art page, I have, like, maybe 600, 700 people following me at most. And I barely ever use it anymore. In fact, the last few posts were all reshares from here. But my main Facebook page, I still use that on occasion, but mostly to converse with, friends and family that aren't here yet, which is perfectly fine. I mean, that's what Facebook is for. And some of them I don't really want here, but some of them I do.
Well, and you have your father and your brother here now, so
yes,
basically...
Father and brother are here, yes.
And they're going to meet the girl? Or your brother?
Yeah. Okay. See, my dad, he never understood Facebook. He never really got into Facebook at all. He has it, but he never uses it. So it's really cool that my father actually has hung out here with people other than myself. That's pretty cool.
What about Cam? Your brother uses Google Plus and Hangouts a little bit, right?
They use it a little bit. Yeah, they don't use it like we do. No.
Who does? Who does, by the way? Does anybody? I don't think.
There's about 6 of us, and we all just hang out with each other all day.
Yeah, it's the 4 of us. It's the 4 of us, Peter McDermott and
6 people that are commenting on this.
And Paul and Tim. Yeah.
Those are the 6 people that hang out. So, I found
and just
that
for the record, we're at 2 comments. We have a long way to go.
Facebook is for whiny little girls, and Google Plus is for whiny adults. So men and women. So pick what you prefer. I've been growing out of my whiny little girl phase, and I graduated to Google Plus.
Nice.
And never looked back.
And is there any? And so now that we're all whining together, which is fine. Any favorite story, quick story that was awesome on G+ that happened? And Bobby Joe, if you crashed, thank you, Bobby Joe. And Bobby Joe, we're going to wrap up. We're going to do this last question and 2 more questions, and the contest. We'll wrap up and we'll do Conversations Plus after in a couple minutes. So no problem.
I sent that from my phone because I freaked out because everything froze.
Oh, okay.
Rain's in town, I hear.
Mm-hmm. He said he's driving through your hood right now.
How do you know that? Where do you say that?
Because we're G-Talk boyfriend and girlfriend. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I said that.
You are a man-eater.
Uh-oh.
I haven't eaten anything yet.
You said you did. You said you already ate. Wow. This is just NSFW all the time. Bobby Joe Woods.
I'll trade you my Rayanne for your Erica.
Oh, Erica's engaged. You're going to have to talk to Adam about that.
Engaged does not mean married.
It means that she posts a lot on Google Plus. That's all engaged.
It means somebody's getting the milk for free so far.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay.
All right, pretty woman.
Erica's not for sale. She's my boo.
Oh, everyone has a price. There's another question. What is your price?
Really, Robert Redford? Okay. Everybody has a price. Although it's funny, yeah, we were actually talking. I was talking to you about that, about something you sold the beer video, and you were like, you would have sold it for way less.
Oh yeah.
But someone, True TV, offered you some money for that. You did all right. So what about stories? I mean, like, is there someone you met in a hangout that was really cool? I know a lot of people talk about Tom Anderson being really kind of cool. I don't know. Is there anybody that's...
There are so many stories, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of drama. It is, as I said, it is kind of incestuous here. I think the more...
What was that? Was that Bobby Joe? Is that wrap up music? She's like, it's time to wrap up, Rappaport.
I restarted Chrome, and there was a tab that had a video in it that I had paused a long time ago. Sorry.
That's okay. We're just...
that's cool. I liked it.
We liked it. We enjoyed it. Hey, Ben Schmidt out there, Schmitty.
You guys like it loud, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Loud.
What about clips? I mean, is there anything comes to mind, a story that just was awesome that happened? Anything? Either one? Something that you always think about that like, you just can't believe it happened? This is awesome right now. Yeah, that's true. That's good.
There's so many awesome stories here.
All right.
All right. I would say one of my favorite hangouts was watching the Reverend Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama hang out. So Cam was with us.
Were you in there too?
He was sharing his screen, and it was me, Paul Rustan, Daria. I think Steve was there, I believe.
Isn't that the Steve incident? Is that where we were going with this story?
No.
We weren't in that.
Wait. There might be a more interesting story here. Chi popped in for a little bit.
I hear he does that.
Let's see.
I can't remember. Who the hell else was there?
You got chewed out.
Was Enlo there? I'm not sure if that is.
I have the screen check. Oh yeah, it was nice. We were all it felt like a family for sure during that hangout. Let's see.
Yeah, it's got to be one of my favorite stories.
I will go through some of them. Here's a friend of ours. I see Paul Rustam. I see by Bobby Joe. I see Vargas is in there.
Hello, Vargas.
Paul. Pete Jackson. Samantha is in there. Donnie's in there. Yeah, it was a good night.
And we were up till, at least from the East Coast, we were up till 6, 7 a.m. for that, right? 8 a.m. Cliff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually speed painted the Dalai Lama during that one.
Yeah, he was sitting so still for you. He knew you were painting him.
And he wore just the right outfit. Wow, Daria, you never think...
Daria, Dalai Lama, stacked on top of each other.
Did you ever think that Daria Musk would ever get on top of the Dalai Lama like that? What? Anyway.
I was actually out at the club on Saturday, and there was this guy at my table, and I didn't know him, and started talking to him. He said he just spent the week with the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Tutu or whatever. And I was like, really? I was like, those are friends of mine. He goes, you know them too? I said, yeah, I hung out with them on Google Plus before, and he didn't know what I meant, so he didn't really respond. But
yeah, you don't know how many people afterwards thought we were actually in the same hangout.
Yeah, in the actual hangout.
For a long time, people kept thinking, oh, you got into that hangout. We tried to get in there, but we couldn't. And I had to calmly explain to them that, no, we were not. I should just let them keep believing what they wanted to believe. My bad.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and the story I was referring to was Steve Ward made a inappropriate...
Oh, yeah, I wasn't referring to Steve Ward.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Let's do a closing question. My terrible number 1, 2, 4. We'll wrap it up, and then after this, we'll do the contest. 1, 2, or 4. I don't know.
You asked me, Cam, or me?
Oh, that's me. You're the guest, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at a question Paul was asking.
Is it a question that we can ask on the air, or?
Oh, yeah.
Tell him to save it for Conversations Plus.
Fine.
He's got enough questions.
4. I said 4.
All right, you're a whore. Why did we say that? I mean 4. All right. So if you were not an artist, is there another dream of yours that you either would love to fulfill or would still want to fulfill, another profession or another type of thing to do in life besides being an artist, or instead of being an artist that you always dreamed of, cowboy, or that's obviously Cam.
No, I think we'll leave the cowboy thing to Cam. I can't pull it off quite as cool. I don't know. It's kind of hard to answer that. I'd like to be a hot chick. There you go.
Really?
I want to be a hot chick.
Do you really?
Great life, man.
Yep. Nothing but stream candy all day. I want to post pictures for Thong Thursday. That's what
wow. Is that real?
But I don't have the body for it. I'm going to go with that, because if I'm going to pretend I could be something I'm not, might as well just go all the way. Because so if I wasn't doing this kind of art, it'd be a different kind of art. So it's kind of
okay, what kind of so now we got you be you'd be Rob Schneider, but what would be that's not a hot chick. Molly Burke, Jamie Matter, she's gonna be Tiffany Henry. I can't keep naming hot chicks. So what would be the other art you would do? You already, and we didn't even get into that. You're a speed painter, but you're an artist, you're an illustrator, you do other kinds of art. What would be?
You were asking what other kind of artwork I would do. I always wanted to, since I was a kid, puppetry, animatronics, that kind of stuff, I was always fascinated by it. I loved The Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, all those kind of movies. And that's why when we were talking about Star Wars earlier, I prefer the old puppets and animatronics because I'm old school like that. I would have liked to get into that field, doing that kind of stuff, because I was always fascinated by that. So yeah, I'd say something along those ends of the business. I recently started learning sculpture. I did that in a hangout with stuff that was from other people from Google Plus, so that was pretty cool. My supplies I got from various different Secret Santa people.
That's really cool.
And I can't wait to break into the paintbrushes you got me, by the way. Thank you for that. Which I believe tomorrow, or I think it was tomorrow that the deadline is for the scheming that you want to be the first acrylic speed painting I do on Google Plus Hangout. So I will be doing that. I think the scheme ends tomorrow. I think the date was. I think it was Friday the 13th. I said that.
Yeah, the lucky Friday the 13th. Is this our first Friday the 13th since G+ started, or there was one other one? I don't remember. There might have been one in October. I don't even know, but it'd be cool.
I honestly don't know.
I should ask Byron. He keeps track of that kind of thing.
It's a good lucky number.
It's a lucky number. Hey, so let's wrap up then with the contest. And let's do that. So
what I'll do is I'll switch right back to this the screen sharing.
Okay, cool. So
that you can see the website, because what I did was I went to a website and plugged all the name into a random name picker, and I'm going to let that decide the winner. Take care, Cam. Hi. That's right.
Oh yeah, thanks for joining us with Cam Meadows in the cowboy hat. He's gonna go do some line dancing.
Thanks for having me, guys. This is very special. I wanted one day to be on Hangout Conversations, but I know you guys got a lot. You guys, how far out are you booked? At least till March, right?
April, yeah.
Wow. So
yeah, you get a full show. We do a full show with Cam Meadows, and you could have every surprise girl, guy, whoever, all your buddies. You could have 8 surprise guests. You could have Daniel come back. You could have Ben Schmidt. You could have George jump in here. You could have Jamie Raleigh. They could come in drunk if they want. We could have a crazy Hangout Conversations party. You could simultaneously cast it on Hangout Party, and we could do all that stuff.
Okay. I'll see you guys. Thank you.
You got it.
All right, take care.
Cam Meadows. All right,
so
Clifford.
I'm sharing my screen currently.
We're alone at last. All right, Clifford.
Ooh, baby. Hello,
baby.
Here, let me make sure that the right part of the screen is shared. All right. Now, how clear is that?
It's not crystal clear. Tell us out there. I see it says West McGovern. It's clearing up a little bit. Can you zoom in a little bit more?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me go into Cam Twist and save the settings a little bit. Sizable. This room.
And I'm just typing to our surprise.
I'm not sure zooming in if it'll be much.
Yeah, we our other drop-in is a surprise, but that was awesome to have Cam here. Did you enjoy having Cam on the show with us?
Yeah, that's awesome. I love thinking about Cam, so. And after all, he was a huge help when it comes to Kickstarter, for broadcasting.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome.
It's really cool to support each other.
If he could do that.
Cool. I could actually see. Wait, scroll up.
Wait,
I could actually see the names. Stephen Park, JC, and I'm just going to eat a piece of cookie for you watching. It's a Bucks cookie.
See, yeah, what sucks is though, even though I have the screen shrunk down, but the problem is that to get to the part where I can scroll where the names are, all the way on this side of it.
If you're watching us, we're wrapping up. We have Cliff Roth as our guest. We had Cam Meadows as well.
Here's all the
contest winner. These are all the random names. And the contest winner will be picked. And before we do a drum roll and a contest picker, again, tell them what the prize will be.
The prize will be a Wacom Intuos 3.
A used one, but still in very good condition, right?
Yeah, it's still in functional good condition. You pay shipping. But other than that, that's it. Free. All right, here's all the names. I'm sure there's probably, I typed this up really quick earlier, so I'm sure there's.
And just to be clear, is there are some of these people in here are your friends, but it's totally random, right?
Yeah, this is there is a website that I am using for this. I just did a Google search for random name picker. This particular one is at textmechanic.com/random-line-picker.html.
Cool.
So that is the website I am using. I punched all the names in on their own separate line, and it will pick one. And Since my wife is actually in there because she actually met the eligibility requirements.
That would save money on the shipping, I'll tell you.
No, if she wins, I'm just going to pick somebody else. But
okay.
Because realistically, the only screen in here big enough to be, because it's bigger than my laptop, so to use the 9x12 on the laptop screen that she uses would be kind of strange. So if she wants to learn to draw, she could use it.
2 questions. Are either me or Bobbi Joe in there or no?
Bobbi Joe is. I don't
Okay,
remember.
cool. I was probably just, it's probably just too busy actually doing work. Yeah. I wanted to. I had intentions on doing it. It's cool. I don't need to be in there.
There's Bobbi Joe.
She wins. I hope she wins. Anyway, and I saw you have half-baked cartoons. That was kind of cool. Is that a plus half-baked cartoons? Is that a page? Yeah, I saw it up there. Scroll up. It's there.
Yeah.
There it is right there, half-baked.
That's somebody who left a comment on my page. I'm not sure if it's a page or it's a person pretending they're a page.
All right, so if you are ready, I will do a really terrible drum roll, and we will get this.
All right, and now all I got to do is
the winner
is pick random line. Ready?
All right, and the winner is
John Garner.
Mr. John Garner. You are a winner.
You are the winner of this. So.
Congratulations. How does it work?
PM me with your information and whatnot, and then I'll find out how much shipping is going to cost. And yeah, we'll set it up from there. So, and I'm going to PM you after this as well. So, John Garner, you're the winner.
All right, and I'm posting the typing sound here. It's the John Garner. And I wonder how many John Garners will pop up. I see one John Garner, Chase City Rescue Squad, and I'm going to pretend it's him.
That. She's like, I didn't win.
Oh, sorry, wifey. You got to keep Cliff Roth. How about that? Consolation prize.
When we open this up, you should come join the Hangout. No, you can't join it now, but in a little bit we're going to be opening it up.
Cool. I mean, yeah, either she can join as herself, or maybe she wants to pop into your box with you. That sounds dirty, but she can.
She's like, you have to be present to win. Oh, nice.
Is number 6 on its way? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No.
She's capped out.
No, there's only so much room in the minivan.
Wow, a lot of good quotes tonight. Only so much room in the minivan, and you wish you want to be a hot chick. And that was Bobbi today. Loved that quote. Well, I can't thank you enough. I hope you enjoyed your 2+ hours here, and sorry about the delay. And we're going to have a great time in Conversations Plus.
Yeah. Maybe my wife will even join. It looks like I froze. That's weird.
No, you're good here. So you're going to get Bobbi Joe Woods.
Frozen on my screen.
Oh, I'm good. Well, we'll wrap it up, but you're going to get Bobbi Joe Woods, and if you have time to do one of the random people in there that you want to, or we'll have other artists that want to do stuff, depends on who's in there. And we might have, hopefully, a surprise guest as well. Lots of surprises. And, you know what's cool? It's 11 p.m. Eastern, and we're tired, but it's only 8 o'clock in the West Coast, so they're all ready for more show, I think, right?
It's weird. On my screen, I'm so lagged. There's, like, different still shots of myself, so I don't see myself moving at all.
You're good.
More like I'm doing screen captures and showing that, and then every so often I'll jump to a different...
Like turn your head, get like a profile view?
No, we should turn... See now, let's see if it'll switch. Come on. No, it's not going.
Come on.
Let's see what happens if Oh, nope, it just switched for me again.
Cool. Well, thank you.
The reindeer. No.
There you go. Put on the reindeer. All right, let's... One more tribute to the reindeer before it's gone.
Do you see the reindeer?
I do see the reindeer. The reindeer, you're perfect. Yeah, it's all... You're still reining it in.
I'm not seeing anything. It's really weird.
You're still reindeering it, but we'll wrap it up so your confusion could be okay. Thank you so much, Cliff, for joining us, and Cam Meadows for joining us. Bobbi Joe Woods is awesome as well, and her show last week is up for you to check out on Hangout Conversations, youtube.com/Hangout Conversations. We have lots of exciting shows. I mean, besides Cam will get a show later on in the year. We have Tim Clary on the 26th, and Darian Musk will be the Hurl show February 2nd. That'll be not one not to miss. And if you want to come to the Hurl, check out, search for New York City NYC Hurl. Next week we'll be joined by photographer Nose P in France. Nose P Photography. She's a tough talking chick. She likes the cars, the muscle cars, and she sent me some great stuff. And then in February we've got Ryan Van Sickle, who will be performing at NYC Hurl. Nate Davis, a guitar player, Mohammed Mansour. Many great shows in March. There's a lot of March Madness going on in April too. You know, Heather Faye, Rob Michael, Tara Naomi, Paul Rustom, Glenn Rogers, and many more people will be joining us in the coming months. So I definitely wrote something clever to say at the end of the show because I knew my brain would be pretty much done by the end of the show. Thanks to all of you. Stay tuned for Conversations Plus in about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll have a live audience. We got a surprise coming. Now until next time, go Messenger Hangout and try to search for Hangout Conversations. And now go +1 yourself. See you guys.
Playing with my nose.
Thanks, Cliff. There he is, Clifford Roth, the sad Rudolph reindeer. Hanukkah Harry saying, kids, don't play with rugs and matches. That's all I gotta say.
Hangout conversation.